And hello
Start.
Too late.
to the internet.
Too late.
I told you like 5 minutes ago. All right, you guys got a couple minutes if you got to do anything. And you're like, you know what? When he says the words, we're going live. I'm gonna ask if I can go.
Can I go grab a jacket while we do this?
No.
No, you must be cold.
Be cold now.
Yeah.
The environment is going to be cold, so we need you to, this is...
Okay, let me go turn on my 4 fans.
You want a bigger shovel, Mick?
Immersion.
it's the immersion acting, What I forget what it's called.
Just fucking shiver.
Method acting?
Method acting, thank you.
Method man.
There you go. Well, hello, internet.
Methodology.
And welcome to the 3rd chapter of the Arcane Archives. As per the usual, our last episode is now logged up on our YouTube over at the Arcane Archives. And it is also linked down below this stream, so you can get there. But does anyone have anything special they want to say or jackets they want to grab before we start?
I won't grab a jacket. It's okay. I'll withstand the pain.
Okay, any other announcements or anything anyone
So
wants to
noble
say?
of you.
I know. No, I think we're good.
I got nothing.
Alright, I'm glad you got your popcorn ready. Alright, so let's jump into this week's session of, this week's chapter of the Arcane Archives. So, last session in D&D, the group of adventurers ventured out of their house of rest and went to prove their innocence with the murder of Lord Nudal's. Excuse me, I just butchered this whole thing. There we go again. Can you also start the music, Jay? The group of adventurers ventured out of their house arrest and went to prove their innocence in regards to the murder of Lord Nudal, a powerful figure inside the city. After investigating the scene of the crime in the main square, Alar, under disguise, overheard the royal guards saying that they'd be investigating the Lord's warehouse soon. After splitting the party, June discovered the hard way that there were some people lurking inside the shadows of the warehouse, and they attacked her. After a battle ensued, with Alar almost going unconscious, June actually going unconscious, and other people being brought to low HP, the battle subsided. And the party managed to find some potential clues that could prove their innocence. About to leave the warehouse, the party heard that there was a guard coming up the way. Outside of the warehouse itself. And just before shutting the doors, the adventurers decided to knock and to just hopefully see what would happen to come. So as you all stare at the door, as the chilly air blows into the warehouse, and you see the shadow of a guard start to encroach on the door itself. Is there anything you guys would quickly like to do before he enters?
I hide.
Okay,
Shield my greatsword.
I have.
Okay.
Or sheathe it, yeah, put it away.
I sheathe my sword and still have my shield in hand.
Same.
Okay. Stealth check for...
Aren't we waiting for a one-liner?
Oh yeah, Alar's famous one-liner. That's right.
That's 8 guard at speed.
18? Okay. So, as the door slowly swings open, those of you that are standing in front of the door, you see this half-plate, a figure that you're used to seeing around the city, the Royal Guard. Half-plate armor with a blue frill on top of his helmet as he pushes the door open very slowly with the tip of his sword as he sees a couple of you standing in the front. As he kind of takes back, he takes his shield in front of his chest, takes about 3 steps back and points his sword over top of it. He goes, "What are you all doing in here? You know that this is off limits."
We're doing your job.
There it is.
Hey.
Who does he see? Who's
He
by
would
the
see
door?
Cthulhu and Alar.
I believe
I was gonna say
by the door as well.
And
Zio.
Oh, we probably would also have the unconscious hooligan, ruffian, what have you.
No one said that they brought him down from the top of the balcony, so you would not.
Yeah.
I'm still up there with them.
Alrighty.
I'll grab him when we leave. Don't worry.
And you hear him. He calls out into the very still night air to the other guard that you know that's running around somewhere on the docks. And you all stay there until somebody else comes by, and then we can figure out what's happening here. Who are all of you?
Yeah. Okay.
What's your name? And he only sees the two of you, or three of you. What are all of your names?
My name is Cthulhu.
I am Captain Zio.
Captain of
What's
what?
your name? Do you have a guard name? Guard
Zio.
number? What's your badge
Sorry.
ID?
I'm asking the questions.
Am I not entitled to be confirmed
No.
that you are
Captain,
in fact a
where
guard
is your
of the
ship?
night?
It's back at the port.
I hate everyone here.
We're on the port. Which
I'm
dock?
sorry. Number 3.
he doesn't have a ship. Sven
I was gonna say
wanted
they're
to call him
alphabetical,
Captain.
not numerical.
Sven wanted to call him
It's
Captain.
3A, you know.
We don't. If
I'm
we
not
had
there.
a boat, it'd be a rowboat, and we'd have a hole in the bottom, and we'd constantly be shoveling out the water with a bucket. He's not actually a captain.
He's just sad because he almost died.
I am sad about that.
As you guys are talking about this, you hear some armor clanking as another one comes up, and he has no shield, but he has a long pike, or glaive. As he also points it at all of you. Is there more of you in there?
Perhaps.
That's not
Yeah.
an answer.
6
Oh.
of us, plus 3, I believe there was 3 dead assassins, and 1 alive for you all to question.
You murdered
okay.
someone in there?
Can I stand up?
Yes.
Why?
They attacked us.
It
I want
was
to-
self-defense.
I want to stand up and put my hands over my head, and I point down to the body next to my feet, and I say, "Guard, this man is gravely wounded. If we do not get out of here, he might die." I am Sven.
I could also
want
use
you
some
to-
healing.
I want you to make a
I work at the clergy. With the clergy. I am one of the clergy.
make a deception check. Just
Sven?
because he's not terminally, he is stable. Two.
It's a 10.
Okay. The one with the sword kind of inches forward because he only heard the. He doesn't see you yet. You guys are off to the side, and it's still pitch black in the warehouse.
Can
as-
I cast light so he can see where I am in.
Okay. And as he starts to walk in, he is like motioning to the three of you standing in the doorway to move back.
I'll take one
take a
small
step
step
back.
back.
You take one small
I'll
step.
move back as
I
far
take
as
one
he
small
wants
step.
me to.
Okay. So one small step, Zio.
Yeah, I'll take a step or 2 back.
Okay. As the guard with the glaive also starts to walk in, and he puts it up to you, Cthulhu. As he said, "Get back,"
Okay. I stuck another small step back.
and he'll keep pushing you until you're far enough away.
Damn it. And then I'll
You
just.
can resist if you
annoy him.
like, but he has.
I'm
a
not gonna
pike.
resist him, but I'm gonna just keep slowly doing it.
Okay. They get in the door enough, and they see you up there, and he goes, "Very well, bring him down."
I don't possess
Am I allowed to help?
Oh, they can carry him.
Whoever needs to get him down, just get him down.
I'll go carry him.
I'll help him.
Zio, as you're still standing there, the one speaks to you. "All right, Captain, why are you all in this warehouse at night with assassins?"
Well, we were just trying to clear our name. If you bring Mr. Chester Ekron here, I'm sure things will go much more smoothly.
I believe we're going to be bringing you to the castle.
That
we're
works.
We're not going to be summoning anyone
Well-
for you.
Will Chester Ekron be there? Seemed like he was kind of the one in charge of this investigation.
I don't think you're in charge of any sort of information like that. I'm not telling you where nobles are.
I mean,
We weren't asking to tell us what nobles were.
he saw us out, and we finished the job for him. So we're just, trying to help out in this entire situation. And it seems like our job's done here now, I believe.
You're not going anywhere. And Alar,
I'm
make a
not-
strength check.
Saying
I thought I
A strength
was-
check?
Yes.
Who's carrying him?
Oh.
I was gonna carry him.
Either one. Whoever's carrying him down
I
the
got it.
ladder, and also
Can I
explain to me how
assist
you're
him down the
carrying.
ladder?
Explain to me how you are carrying this man down a ladder.
I would fireman him, like put him over my shoulder,
Okay. Make a
kind of
strength
like
check.
wrap him. Alrighty, roll. Oh, that's really good. 19 plus like I think 4. So yeah, 23.
Alrighty. You managed to get him down fairly easily, as he is just a little boy compared to you. And the guard with the glaive speaks. All right, grab the rest of the bodies that you claim to have defended yourself against.
I will do that. I do that anyway, all the time.
I will help.
I'll carry this one.
I put the I casted light on my amulet that I was holding up, but I will now put it around my neck so there's a bright light around me.
Okay.
Would I be able to carry 2?
Potentially. We'll say yes for ease.
Okay. I'll carry 2 then.
As you guys collect your things, as in the dead bodies, is there anything you guys want to do before they usher you out?
As we're leaving, I will kind of just I'll whisper this to the group to try and keep it from earshot of the guards. And I'll say, who has the paper, the note? Did we put it back on the body or?
Make a stealth check.
Oh, fuck me.
You can't just say you're quiet.
Oh, natural 20 and an 8. So,
Why are you doing disadvantage? Oh, this you wouldn't have
damage.
disadvantage on this one. It's verbal.
Yay.
oh, damn.
So you're
So, bam, bam,
re-roll
bam,
them
bam.
both
20.
and just do one. Just do one roll.
Wait, we roll them both?
You just do one
Or
roll.
just-
Yeah, because there's no disadvantage.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
you're speaking, so.
Okay. 12.
All right. As you say that, one kind of looks over you. What paper?
We found a paper
paper.
on the body, describing it seemed like plans of plans of what to do after the assassination.
Let me
so
see it.
I believe the dying one has it.
He walks over to the man on your shoulder, Cthulhu, and he goes through his pockets, and he does find it. And then he kind of takes it into his own inventory. And he's all right. Well, we're gonna head
We
back to
should
the
have
keep
held
now.
that. Alright.
What are we keeping?
okay.
Uridin, what are you doing?
I want to get out of here,
How do you plan?
not getting caught.
How do you plan to get out?
Is there so there's only one entrance on the lower level?
Correct. Technically, that's
And-
the only entrance to the building, but you guys made one.
The proximity from that open window
About
to
10
like
feet over is the ladder, then another 10 feet up, and then about 20 to 30 feet over to the ladder.
and where are the guards looking at this point? Are they like headed out?
They are making sure everybody's going to walk in front of them, and they are outside of the door.
I'm gonna try to stealthily make my way over there,
To where? Them?
upwards, and then over to the window to get out.
Make a stealth check.
Splitting the party, splitting the party. Let's do it. Let's split the party.
No.
13.
Okay. Let's... As you start walking up the ladder, one of the rungs actually kind of creak. You're about halfway up at this point, and you can see one of them start to come back in. Your choice if you'd like to go up, go down.
I slide back down
Alrighty. You
and
got
try to
that.
hide behind my old space or where I was hid.
Make another stealth check.
No.
14.
Okay. As he starts to, the one with
He's
the one
determined.
with the sword starts to look around, and he does not seem to find you, and he goes to walk out.
Are there 2 guards in here now, or just 1?
There's two.
Unless you guys chose to stay in, they would have been ushering you out of the warehouse at this point.
Oh no, I would have gladly walked out.
Okay.
Is June visible or is she hidden?
Would I have seen Uridin sneak out the window?
He's not out the window.
Try to.
Oh.
The ladder made a noise.
So yes, you would also see. So you're also hiding?
I was just like behind a crate. I wasn't necessarily hiding.
Well, you
I'll
either
just
have to roll a
kinda-
stealth check or they're pushing you out.
No, I mean yeah, they don't need to touch me. I will go willingly.
Well, not physically. They're not touching. They're not being overly aggressive.
We are
with you
gonna
all.
start a movement now.
It
No
seems
touchy.
it seems to imply that they do not know how. Just how. It seems to imply that they do not know who you are, or at least what you guys are alluding to. But as they also usher you out, as you all exit, they they shut the doors, but realizing that they cannot shut at this point. Uridin, you're left alone. What would you like to do?
I want to make it to that window,
Okay,
and
you can do that
kind of
easily.
and then I want to hop out and trail them. But I want to make sure I stay like 20 feet from the guards.
Okay, make a stealth check when you're leaving.
That's a 9.
Ooh.
Your spork starts clinging.
My spork never fails. Don't do that.
You too.
As you roll a 9, as you fall out of the window, some of the glass didn't all crash inward, some of it crashed outwards, and you land on it right as the group's kind of walking by. Most of the group notices you. Let's see if these two do. That's a 12 and a natural 20. So,
Wow, that's a deer in the headlights.
as they both look over at you, the one with the glaive is the one that actually points towards what's it called? The points towards you. And who are you? Who goes there?
I'm with them.
Oh yeah, he ran away and he's back now.
Are
I
you
was
skulking?
I was what you call the lookout. Didn't do good.
Very well. Fall in line.
Didn't do good.
I'll fall right in line.
Didn't do good.
You tried. It was just you're so close.
Tried so hard.
I would have wanted to steal that letter back so bad.
Oh, okay. You can still try. All right. So as they usher you in front, as they usher you in front of all of them, as they're leading you back towards the keep, do any of you want to do anything on the way there?
Where did he put the note?
In his breastplate, because there's nothing as a ye old pocket.
The bra.
His bra.
He
Put it in my
his
bra.
His perfectly made purse. No, I have nothing to do. And I'm just gonna
Yeah,
hold
I'm
them.
just trotting along.
Alrighty.
I'll try to get their names while we're just walking.
Who's all carrying the bodies?
I'm carrying the live dude over my shoulders right now.
I'm carrying 2 of them.
I'm carrying 1
So that
or
would be
2
four.
if needed.
That'd be 4.
Okay.
So Sven, they are carting them for you.
I was going to say this is so much easier when there is a cart and mule or horse.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is all right.
I like to carry the bodies that I kill,
Well,
That's
even
great.
though I
T-
didn't kill these
he's
ones.
just take.
It's okay.
And one of them goes, "All right, maybe that's enough chatter." As you say, I love to
officially
carry the
don't
bodies of who I kill.
Shatter? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Stop talking.
I officially want to say on the record
ahead.
I do not know this monster.
Noted.
What's your name?
I'm not a monster.
As
as
we're
you
all
ask
just
their name, don't worry about it. Just keep going forward.
But you got mine. Feels a little fair.
You get to break into a warehouse. I get your name. I feel like that's fair.
And then I'm carrying the body back. It's just like 1.
The one with the glaive goes, "Didn't you attack the one that you're carrying?"
No, I didn't do any damage.
Make a persuasion
Hurt
check.
them.
No, I
He's
missed every time I
terrible in
tried.
combat.
Persuasion? Oh, I think
That's
Hell
what I
yeah.
feel, Captain. Enough.
Not our dirty 20.
Alright.
Ooh.
That's
So,
with your ads.
Yeah, that's plus ad.
Alrighty.
So, can I ask a question to the guard?
Before you do, the one with the sword goes, "My name is Kyle,"
Hi, Kyle. And his name?
and he looks over at you. "I think one's enough."
That's a long name.
Do,
That
do
is-
I
yeah,
get
that
one
is
too?
That is indeed.
The one with the glaive just goes,
We
"Shut
like
up!"
it.
As you
No,
guys are
kinda
getting
late.
closer, and you're about there now. You guys would know that you'd be, at least Sven, you would recognize that you're almost to the square.
I was going to say to the guards, do you plan on bringing all of these dead bodies to the castle? They need to be at the chamber to be prepared. They should not be left alone too long.
Well, if they're enemies of the crown, then they don't deserve any sort of ritual.
I would have to disagree, but we can agree to disagree until we get to the castle.
As
I'll turn my light off too. I realize it's probably still really bright as he stares at me.
Oh! He's just the whole time squinty and watery eyes as it's pitch black everywhere else.
When you mag light the cops.
What's your name?
Exactly that. As you approach the main square and you come up to the front gate, the guard at the bottom, or the guard with the sword goes up to the guard that's in front of the door, and they have a conversation that you guys are too far that you're shout to hear. And a smaller door that's built into the front, or built into the larger door itself. They open that up and they, "All right, come on, leave the
What's his
3
name,
bodies
Kyle?
here."
So I
will
keep
set
mine.
down the body.
I do as they say.
Okay.
Don't plop the body, just lay down nice and easy.
I do drop the bodies on the ground, like without setting the just.
I would have
Teeth
set mine
first.
down nicely.
At this point, as you guys enter into this doorway, you notice a sloping hill with a cobble path,
Oh, fuck.
and on the left and right, there doesn't seem to be any sort of like housing or anything that you can see, but just what was that? Anyone else see that?
Yeah.
I think that was
Cade.
Cade.
Oops, what did I do?
Nothing. I think you're good.
Phone or
The
something. on your-
phone's on not vibrate, I think.
Okay, you're good. So you notice the left and right. You see a small patch and field of different flowers and fauna, trees. You notice like a small man-made little river piece that's going and flowing around to the right of the hill and out of your guys' eye shot as they start leading you up the hill. At this point, 2 more guards are now walking in front of you, and then the 2 guards are walking behind you. As you start going up, you notice that the keep is not so much a castle, but the large outer wall that you just passed through leads to this hill, and at the top of the hill there's another stone wall, but on the inside of that is a manor, not so much a castle. So as you guys pass through the second gate, you notice standing at the staircase leading into the manor, Chester, standing at the front, kind of with his hands in front of him, at his waist, one hand over the other, as
I will wave.
and he gives you a down nod as he kind of, like a milady, he tips his head a little bit.
I'll grab the guy that I'm carrying. I'll hold his arm and wave with it.
You put the body down, didn't you? Or are you still carrying
No,
it?
I'm carrying
The
my
dead
dude.
bodies were left. The
Yeah,
live
I'm
ones.
carrying the live dude.
I simply nod.
As you get to Chester, he goes, "Well, I'll be honest, it took longer than I thought it would."
Excuse me?
This was your plan?
And he goes, "We're keeping the king waiting. We should be quick." As he takes his hat off and starts walking up the stairs. And the guards start following, and he goes, "Oh, that won't be necessary. I can escort them from here." As
What's the one with the glaive's name?
They kind of look confused, and they go, "Very well," and they go back to the bottom The two that were in front of you, they walk up to the front door and stay there as you guys head in.
Before we leave the two that found us, can I look to the one that took the note?
Sure.
I'd be like, that little piece of parchment you took. I'm gonna need that.
Oh, of course, yes, apologies. And he hands it over to you.
And I'll take it. And then catch back up.
There you go. And Chester opens the door for you. Please, after all of you.
Thank you.
As I pass by... No, never mind. I don't do that.
I punch him.
Can
I
I stand
have-
next to
Punch him in the
June? I don't know like what order we're in, but
None specific, but sure, you can stand.
I'm the last one to go in.
I just wanted to address June real quick. So, I'm assuming we're like walking.
Yep.
At the same time, but how are you feeling? You should be a little dazed.
I wouldn't say I'm dazed, but I don't feel great. Yeah, I was just a little taken back. There were a lot more of them in there than I thought there would be.
I felt.
Thanks for asking about me, Sven.
I don't hear that, and I don't address that.
I reject your
Does
reality.
June have arrows sticking out of her or no?
At this
Like
point, they
Skyrim,
probably
and just stays
taken
there for a
them
little
out.
bit.
At this point, they
I don't think I
would-
got. I don't think I got. Or I might have got shot by arrows. I don't know.
You got point blank shot with a crossbow bolt. Yes.
Okay, then yeah,
Um,
I had bolts.
Yeah, she had bolts in her.
But if you are
When I
not
healed her, I took him.
Oh, did you heal her already? I was going
Yes,
to do
I
that
did.
too.
I feel like 14.
That's more than I feel, so I'll save my feeling good hands for myself. But I just want to make sure because as I found your body, I knew it was not your time to go. And when it is your time to go, I will be the first to be the bearer of bad news. But it was not that time.
I didn't think it was either, but I
Well,
appreciate
nobody
it.
knows.
I appreciate that, Sven. I do know that Alar looked pretty rough too. So if you do have any
In general or after the battle?
after the battle, he's not the monster you think he is.
I look back.
Yeah, Sven, you want to put those feel good hands on Aloy?
Touch him.
I like feel good hands.
I mean, none of us would hear this, but yeah.
I'll walk up to Alar and I'll say, okay, if I touch you, you do not eat me. And I'll put my
Erden
hand
is my type.
actually Erden is actually laughing pretty hard at this.
and
I'm a
yeah.
vegetarian.
Do you have any
it's
spell
fine.
slots left?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
I have with the level up, I gained one level.
Right,
one
those
spell.
won't be inactive until a long rest. Those won't be.
So
active.
I put my hands on your belly and I close my eyes and I say, I must be too tired. It's- and then I'll just keep walking the same way.
Okay.
Shit
Put my
ranks.
And as you get to, you guys enter the main hall, and what you see here, what you see is a large red carpet that leads to a staircase that goes up, and then to the left and the right, and then there is balconies that run along the outer sides of the left and right of this main hall, and then there's obviously doors around this central chamber and marble pillars that hold up these wooden we'll call them rafters. As Chester goes to the left, and as he gets to the door that he's leading you to, he looks at all of you and he goes, well, not great for royalty, but I guess in these times it'll do. And he opens the door, and after all of you,
I just like look down at my clothes and I'm like, what does he mean?
Again, I will be the last person to go in.
Can I? No, I only have one casted disguise self, don't I?
I believe so.
Never
yes.
mind. Yeah, never mind.
Was that a jab at our fashion? Do you see his high fashion where I'm from?
And Chester goes, well, just, it's okay, go on in.
Sven,
will
aren't you from
gladly-
here?
Yep.
I said, aren't you from here?
Not originally, but that's a fireside talking to do about me.
Okay. Okay.
So as you start to enter in, Cthulhu, Chester does usher you in before himself.
Oh no, I insist. Go ahead.
Very funny.
No, you go.
As I walk in, I purposely kick him, or like I use the guy's legs to kick him in the side by quote unquote
Kick
accident.
Chester in the side.
With like the dude I'm carrying legs.
Okay.
Like swings his legs into.
Like I try to like get up and I like accidentally quote unquote.
Okay. So as you enter and you have him ragdoll his legs into Chester. Chester enters in as you kind of hear like a little grunt from him, and he enters in. He shuts the door and he walks up. He's trying to keep pace to get ahead of you guys again. He puts his hand on your shoulder and he whispers really faintly to the point where no one else can hear it. He goes, "I will hurt you, boy," and then he keeps on walking.
Please do.
Dad?
As he gets back to the front, what you guys see is a relatively modest, considering it's a king, but a hall that leads to two chairs. One is a large stone chair in the center with a blue banner that is hung over the back of it, and then to the right of that is a smaller stone, or it would be, from your guys' point of view, it would appear to be gold, but it is more of a brass laid chair with a cushion on it. And you see a woman with brown hair that is going over her right shoulder, and they appear to be in not elegant wear, as it is pretty late, so you can assume that this is either sleepwear or loungewear. And then you see sitting in the large stone throne this is the woman, by the way, is a woman, and the there is a like a, no I meant like like a human, sorry.
Okay.
And then the
woman.
The man sitting in the chair is a half elf, and he has dirty blonde hair that is tied into a partial ponytail, and then the rest flows over his shoulders. As you see him holding, which you can assume to be a child. And as you all walk in, he stands up and he hands the child over to the woman, and the woman stands up and walks over to what would be your right and out a door.
This is important. How old do both of them look?
The king looks about middle-aged or half-elf.
Okay.
And they both look middle-aged for their race.
Okay. Thank you.
After that happens, you see a smile on the king's face as she walks off with the child, as he kind of looks back to all of you, and he doesn't give you guys like a very angry look or anything, but his cheerful demeanor does fade as he sits back down. And as he sits down, Chester walks up, "Your Highness," and he gives a bow as you guys are all behind him.
I'll do a bow too. I'll do it
Alright.
like Geralt though, and like awkwardly like.
Okay, make a performance check.
I'm gonna do that for you, DM, and I'll roll a natural 20 for you.
I'll drop to one knee, and like we do back in my area.
11.
I do a very polite and deep bow.
Okay, so Sven, Uridin, Zio, June, you're all bowing, correct? In some manner.
I'm also
Ayla,
bowing.
And Cthulhu.
I'm imitating Chester because I am not familiar, so I'm
You
just
don't have
imitating.
social graces.
Yeah, I'm just imitating him.
Okay. And Cthulhu, you do not?
No, I do.
Alrighty. So,
He's carrying a body.
Well,
that is true.
stop the reasoning.
Do you make the body bow too?
As Chester, as he
Grab him
gives
by
a
the
bow,
legs.
he says, Your Highness, this is the group that I mentioned to you about earlier in the day, and I believe that they've probably found what I thought they could." And as he stands back up, and points and like looks back at all of you, and he kind of ushers you guys where you can stand back up. Chester, he goes, where and he's kind of like starting. You can tell that he's not so composed now that he is in presence of the king. As the king sits there, and he kind of slunches over to one side of the chair and puts his hand on his face. Hello there. And who may all of you be?
Real quickly, DM, would I know the name of this king?
Yes, you would.
I assume that I would. What's his name?
His full name is Selias Tadril Doro.
Please spell.
Yeah.
No, I wish I had that.
Salias
Need to find my notebook. God damn it.
Tadril Dorro. King Selias
And-
Tadril Doro.
What would he just be known as King Size for short? Or King Doro?
You would not know that probably.
Okay.
King Dorito.
STD.
You would know from your background, being in terms of, I will kill you. Being in terms of just your upbringing, you would know that if you are not familiar with any sort of royalty, you would probably not say any point of their name. You would probably refer to
Okay,
Your
just-
Highness.
Your Highness. Okay.
Same with if you were dealing with another political figure or something, they would probably just be my lord.
Okay, yeah. So as he greets us, I will reply back to him. Say, "Good evening, Your Highness," as I tip my head once more.
Are we done bowing?
Yes, you
Yeah.
may all rise.
Does that banner in the back resemble anything that we saw on the shitty folks that we murdered?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
And he repeats himself, and again, who may all of you be?
Well, I'm Cthulhu.
I'm June.
They call me Alar of the North.
I am Sven. I am part of the clergy of the Undying Court here in your beautiful city.
I do think I recognize your face, yes.
Oh, thank you, my lord.
I've never
Highness.
heard the North from Alar. Just saying. Whoever's beside me.
I'm Urodin.
And I would be Zio Vunra from Urodin. From
I'm
Urodin.
very hurriedly,
Wrong.
like,
That's my dad.
Plot
Take
twist.
him from
Theo's
me.
his son.
after everyone finishes, I then remembering that like my lord is something that people say, I say, my lord, and then I bow again.
Chester,
like hurriedly,
Chester looks
like,
at
as if
both
I'm
of
forgetting.
you. He goes, he's not your lord, he's a highness.
My highness, sorry, I'm not from these parts.
My highness.
My yeah. My highness.
He's not a lord, he's a highness. My highness.
My Highness? It's nice.
As you say that, he kind of gives
Oh,
you a
God.
shake of just disappointment. It's all right. Just anyway. He kind of rubs his forehead. It's been a long day, as I'm sure you all can realize. Anyway, who amongst all of you of Selaria? Or are
I'll raise my
Salarian?
hand.
Very well. And Lord Vunra, your parents, I'm assuming.
Yes, correct.
Very well.
Your Highness.
Well, Chester, you explain the situation. You're the one that thought that this would work. Yes, Your Highness. And he looks back at all of you. Well, you see, I did. No one can prove their innocence better than someone who's being falsified as the victim or as the perpetrator. And I figured that under the right motivation, you guys would be able to do that. So I'm hoping that you are able to find something. Yes, I heard that you have broken into a lord's warehouse. Is this correct?
Indeed.
Under what authority?
To save someone. And originally, that was why I jumped in.
Originally, it was me who entered the warehouse first, I believe, Your Highness. As Chester mentioned, we were being accused, and we took it into our own hands to clear our names. If you would like, we have what we believe someone who may be connected to the events that, came forth during the festival. And I'll kind of like look around. Do any of you guys have that paper?
I'll hold it up.
And the king looks over, and he ushers to another gentleman, an older gentleman, not elderly, but you can tell his back is a little more hunched forward. He does have gray in his darker brown hair. As he walks over and he sets his hand out, and he kind of gives you a slight bow as he requests the paper from you.
Before I give it to him, I say, I hold it out with like 2 fingers and say, it's quite a bold experiment for a nobleman to get murdered and then you send us on a trial.
Do you hand the note? You do hand the note?
Yep.
Okay, so he takes it, and as Chester turns around, well, you see, I could tell when I walked in that when you shot the arrow, the only 2 people that could would be you 2, and he points at Alar and Zio, actually. And he goes, I could tell by, especially you, Zio, I could tell by your hands, it's either been months or years since you've shot in a bow. And Alar,
It's been a while.
You seem a little too large for something this small. And Uridin, nothing you had matched it. Plus, your hands are a little more worn, as well as the rest of your arrows. None of them would have matched. And so, I did not think that it was you even in the slightest. But where I would spend time looking at 1,000 different possibilities, you might have been able to clear your name faster with the right motivation.
Well, aren't you a clever detective?
I try to be, as he turns away from you. The squire walks up and he hands the note to the king as he opens it. It's been a while since I've heard of that city. Anything else that you found? As he kind of sets that down on the armrest.
I can only
whole body.
Yeah, I can only speak for myself. It seems that the only real evidence that we found was that piece of paper, but I will say that as soon as I entered the warehouse, I was ambushed by several men.
If I remember correctly, Your Highness, they had arrows and bows of the same kind that was found to have killed the noble.
And you, half-orc in the back, what is the story of the man on your shoulder? He alive?
Oh, yes, for now.
For now? Are you an executioner then?
Oh, no, but he needs help. He's not feeling the best. He was in the top rafters, and he was the last to be there. And he kind of knocked himself out. He shot himself in the leg, if I remember correctly. But he's not the smartest, but he is the last one here. He was in the warehouse when everything else happened.
He looks at his squire and he again mentions something to him. And he looks over and he points at 2 of the guards. Take that man to Britta. Have him seen that he is fixed up. And the 2 guards, they kind of come from attention and they walk over to you. And we will take him from here.
I shrug him off my shoulders at that point.
Your Highness, may I be able to speak?
Speak freely.
Thank you. That person is not. It's not his time to die. I do not know how you conduct business, but he was saved for a reason. So please, please keep him well.
I will note your concerns.
And then I bow and I said thank you.
As the two guards, they take the man off to the side into another room, as the squire then follows him. So, any information on what group or who they might be affiliated with?
I look around.
They had the some symbols on them, tattoos, some sort of banner or a flag.
Any sort of crest on this banner?
Not that I recall.
What did the tattoos look like again, though?
You asking God or?
God or actually, I was like asking companions, but if God wants to
nope.
tell me.
Nope, companions.
If I remember, it was a fuck, what was it?
It wasn't just a blank.
Oh, good.
It wasn't a fuck.
Black flag.
I don't know where my notebook is, so I wish I would let you know, but I don't. I lost my
Even
fucking
better. Sick.
notebook. Isn't it? Fuck, it's a flag. It's a flag of some type. It's like a fucking flag in the.
It's a bird. It's a jackal. Jackal? It's a jackal.
If it wasn't a jackal the first 30 times, what the hell would it be the next hour?
Did the guards that were taking out the body, did they get very far? Are they out of the room yet?
Yes, at this point.
Well, shit.
Well, Your Highness, we do not recall what type of tattoos these individuals had. However, we left 3 bodies at the gates, and then I'm sure the other one will also have similar tattoos. If we said what we thought it was, it would not be accurate.
Chester asks, you said that there was a banner or a flag of some sort. Was there? You said no symbols, correct?
No.
Was it a type of blue ink?
Yes.
And he turns to the king. Your Highness, that goes along with other reports we've had from the Pall Syndicate.
Pall Syndicate?
P-A-L-L, correct. Now you really need to find that notebook.
Dude, I really do. God damn it, give me a second.
Sven, in character,
Microsoft Word.
pulls it and then he writes it down.
Okay.
You said Pall Syndicate?
That is correct. That's
Is this a band of mischievous people that are giving you trouble?
At this point, I'd say they're more of a organization. Yes, they've been giving me a lot of problems when I'm trying to expand, and now it seems that they're taking up stock in the Lost City.
The Lost City?
Yes, How long have you been Solarian?
A very long time, but I do not get out much. My duties keep me in one space most of the time.
And
Or would Sven know these things?
how old are you?
Or the lot? 32.
No. As Chester turns to you and he goes, the Lost City, that is the fallen city of Selaria, back in the war from quite a long time ago. We rebuilt on the other side of the, we'll call it just the pond, but we rebuilt here, the larger city, after we took up more land. That one has been abandoned for almost a century and a half.
So you think this Pall Syndicate are in the Lost City?
This note seems to suggest that might be a possibility.
What would they need? What would they gain from killing a noble?
Depending on who paid them, probably a lot. As he's kind of looking down at the note, he sets it over to the side.
I did, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, speak.
The ledger, there was some, like, some shipments going to a Kep.
Yes.
A Lord Kep.
Oh, okay. That is the only, thing of note in the ledgers.
Well, I think that
Did-
Uridin, what you showed us was that there were regular shipments going to Lord Cup, but um, about like 9 days ago or so, they stopped all shipments to Lord Cup.
That is it.
Very well. Chester, once we leave here, see to it that that warehouse is seized and all of its belongings. Yes, Your Highness. So, all of you adventurers, who are you? What are you? What are your plans?
I'm not so much of an adventurer. No, I have not left the city in some time.
I think right now we just need to catch our breath, actually get a night's rest, and decide our plans from here. Is there any particular reason why our plan should be made now?
All I know is that, at least from me, if this Pall Syndicate is causing unnecessary death, that needs to be rectified, and you have my axe if you need it.
I just
walked
picture-
into it.
I picture Sven with this like little teeny tiny hand axe.
Oh, it's small.
I spoke.
Yes, no. It's a small axe. Your Highness.
Well, Your Highness,
Some
as I
nice
said, I am
morning.
Alar. Sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, as I said, they call me Alar, but I have no plans, and I haven't had any for quite some time, but I'm always looking for leads.
Oh, very well. Well, to be quite frank with you, there's two ways that this can go. Well, maybe three. But I don't want this to be pinned on Uthran, which is what a lot of people seem to be pegging for. Uthran could be getting set up here, but with the assassination of Lord Nudal, that leaves a lot unanswered and a lot of things that might be negative down the road. So, I will make a deal with all of you. For
And that deal would be
Go on.
it's called dramatic effect. Thank
You
you.
haven't
need-
heard of that.
You need us to procure you dramatic effect.
And at that point, he looks like he kind of squints his eyes, and you can tell he starts to get just a tad bit irritated.
I slowly close my journal, realizing that he's not being serious.
Realizing that he's not serious now. And he goes, anyway, I would like all of you in the name of this kingdom, even though those of you that are from other crowns, to go to the Lost City. Find out what you can about this syndicate and where they're taking up root, and if you can find any sort of connection to this. And in return, of course, none of this will be pinned on you or have any affiliation with your laws broken here.
I think
I-
I can accept to this under the condition that this will work to strengthen the bond between Solaria and Uthran.
I think that
Uh,
you're fighting for not weakening the bond before it more than strengthening what's there.
Exactly.
I'm good. I just as much information as we can about this place. If it's teeming with ruffians, then I would like to know as much as I can before I go into a dangerous situation.
I'm
Your
sure
Highness.
that Chester will fill you in on the specifics of the city.
I nod to the king and then I nod to Chester.
I would like to also find out where I left my horse in cart. I parked it somewhere. I think it's outside of Queen's Tavern. But we need horses, or at least a few.
The fastest route would be over the water instead of around.
Oh,
So,
Do you have a boat?
and I really wish that guard was still here to be like, I thought you had a boat.
But he's not.
Yeah. What happened to Dock 3A? Go ahead.
Never been on a boat.
Well, there's a first time for everything then.
I'm
No,
gonna
we'll
need
get-
your. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you for your permission.
All is mine.
Take note of that.
half orc douchebag.
And as you guys are having this conversation, the squire comes back, and he goes up and he whispers something in the ear of the king. Very good. Throw him in the keep. Don't let him out. We'll have someone to speak with him soon.
Us?
No, the
Oh.
gentleman that you brought in, he seems to be conscious.
Well, Your
we
Highness,
supposed to
if
clap for
if you
that?
don't mind, the second option that you suggested that you had, may we hear that option as well, just so we keep all options on the table.
Well, the second option is this does get pinned on you all, and then the problem goes away that way.
I
But,
thought we were just cleared of all charges.
of course, if you play ball. I could not think of the ye old way to say play ball.
What
So,
is this bowl?
Your Highness,
Yeah.
if I understand correctly, you are telling us that we have two options, but in reality, there is only one option.
There's only one smart one.
I thought you said 3. To be honest.
The third one is more for my mind only.
I like option 1.
That's a little weird, but okay.
He looks over at the squire and he pulls the squire, like he motions to the squire to come down, and he whispers something in his ear. And the squire kind of looks up and looks at Cthulhu, and then he nods at the king.
We all notice
Yeah,
that?
do I notice that?
Yes, it would not be very secretive.
Then telepathically to Cthulhu, I will just tell him, "Watch your tongue, my friend.
I
Not
turn
this,
over
not
my
the place."
I turn over my shoulder. You should really consider watching what you say. Your Highness, I apologize for his different cultural understandings of how conversation works.
We have been struggling with it ourselves. We apologize, Your Highness.
He refuses to say captain. His title is
Yes.
very important.
Point.
Important. It was important.
Important. Important.
Work with a squawk.
Let me show him my arrow.
Well, very well. If you need anything for the travel, I recommend you see the smith in the morning, but there'll be a ship in the dock for you to take you over the sea. Should take
Does
no
this-
more than a day or two to get there.
Sorry, June.
I was just gonna ask His Highness, when we go to the dock, who should we ask for?
I believe somebody, where are you staying? Quinn's, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Someone will fetch you in the morning then.
Out of curiosity, does this boat happen to be docked at dock 3?
And he looks at you.
Sven's being sincere. He's not being a smart ass. Well, I
No,
suppose that's
no,
how he
I know,
takes
I
it.
know, I know.
But
He looks at you. I'm sorry, I did not bring my ledger of wherever your ship is in the city.
But of course, we are happy with all provisions given, even if it's temporarily to us. Lost my tongue on that word. Temporarily.
So Your Highness, just so we're clear, you are expecting us to go to the Forgotten City and bring back intel?
Well, seeing that I don't know exactly what is there, I guess that's more for your interpretation. But I would need something. So, something on this Pall Syndicate, correct, Chester? That is correct, Your Highness. Something on them, what they're doing, or, more importantly, finding who put this hit out on Lord Nudal.
And there is nothing more for us except to clear our name, in which I think we already have enough evidence here to do such.
Can I
Am
elbow Captain
correct
Zio?
in understanding that?
Sure.
I
You
give-
kind of get a nudge, and it's
Mr. Zio, I want you to understand we have enough literal evidence to clear our names, but I think the king is implying that we need more than literal evidence.
We need metaphorical evidence as well.
No, I think what's happening here is that we have evidence. However, if the Kingdom of Selaria were to blame this on us, their problems would go away.
I understand the implications. Just wanted to be clear in the intention.
Your Highness, may I humbly ask a request for something else?
what would that be?
The bodies outside, it might be useful to relieve them of their armaments and clothing. Perhaps we could use that to infiltrate any camp they might have there. With your permission, of course.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm handsome. Do I get advantage?
Double disadvantage.
Double disadvantage.
Persuasion with my +3 is 6.
They're
Give him an
enemies
awkward
of the-
smile.
And he looks at you. Your name is Sven, correct?
Sven, yes.
I appreciate what you and your clergy do, but they're enemies of the state. They deserve to rot.
We just want their clothes.
You want their clothes.
Your Highness.
In order to infiltrate them, it will be a sort of disguise. They
I
won't
see
see
your point in your point of view. Yes, you can have them. As well as that guy that's in there, you can have his as well. I'll have someone bring it to you in the morning.
Thank you.
Jay, can you relive
Thank
the
you.
music?
Yep.
Give us your clothes, prisoner. You forfeit rights and clothing.
As per the agreement, you will still be staying there under the crown's coin. Is there anything else you may require?
We may need additional supplies, Your Highness. Is there a set limit of gold that we might spend at a general store to stock up on the necessary equipment, food?
Water.
Yes, any supplies that we may need.
I'm putting you up in an inn. That will be quite enough. And that will be the thanks that I give you for clearing this matter up. But there may be more reward in the future, depending on how the current events will pan out.
And with that, Your Highness, I'll kind of like look to everybody else. I think we will be taking our leave, if that is okay with you.
It's perfectly alright.
I do not mean to overstep the welcome you have given it at us, but I humbly have to say one thing I will not do for you unless something persuades me to do so, and that is I refuse, and Sven kind of gets a little nervous and breaks eye contact. I refuse to kill for your name. I will find out all I can to help you, the noble, and to help you, but I can't in good conscience kill for someone else. That is just me. I only defend and help. I don't make first attack moves.
As he stands up and is, you can tell, about to take his leave, And he kills you. You die. Level 20 Ice Finger. You die.
I dodge.
Dodge!
Dodge, edge.
He looks at you and he goes, as far as I'm concerned, none of you are investigating for the crown. If you understand my meaning. Good night. And he starts to
Good
Yeah,
night,
I walk
Your
out.
Highness.
I would
As-
do another deep bow and then walk out.
As Lord Chester, as Chester, he kind of bows, waiting for the king to leave. And as the king exits, he stands back up and he goes, "That went about medium. I was kind of hoping that it would be a little bit more, we'll say, pleasant, but that could not have gone any better, I guess. And we better be taking our leave."
Well, I'd like to remind you, Chester, that you're the one that gambled on us.
And I think that paid off.
It has.
It
Just
was
like to make sure that it pays off for us as well.
And he, as he like kind of gets to the door, you can see there's a little bit of a more pep in his step. He goes, "It was quite clever to throw Quinn off. I figured he'd tell you."
What?
To throw Quinn off.
You know, we had to. It was the only way to keep as little eyes on us as possible.
No, my point being is that had I not put that rumor around that you were being set up, Quinn never would have told you. I thought that was the clever part of this ruse.
Quinn didn't tell us anything.
Excuse me, not Quinn,
Yes,
because
he
that's the tavern. I'm talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
Nick.
That's why
Yes.
I said what?
Nick didn't tell us anything either, though.
Nick's the one that slipped us a note and told
No, he
us
didn't.
that
I do not know.
I don't know.
this was all Chester's plan, you guys.
Was it?
Was it my plan? I
Yeah.
never know what happens
I
here.
just
We are
need-
going into something we shall talk about at the end. And I just start. I take a lead and just walk out.
before
Alar
we.
does not have the mind for these backwards games.
Well, this is
Only
a-
northern games.
Is that what
I-
you saying?
I do have an easy frontward game for you. Before we walk too fast and fast travel to the next scene, Chester, we were promised we were able to get the prisoners' clothes, or at least identifying pieces that they all shared.
Of course, I'm sure that they'll bring that all over in the morning, and they probably have some things to look into before they relinquish it.
What time of day is it? Is it like,
It's like
night?
1 in the morning.
Alrighty.
It's night.
I would also
It's
like to
night-night.
point out on the clothes, one, they won't fit me. Two,
Same here.
if you could, clothes that are the same but haven't been worn or bloodied by them might also be just nice, you know.
I walk faster.
And Chester
Mine
says,
just-
"I don't."
already gone.
Chester says, "I don't know where you planned for me to get all of these supplies. There's only 4 of them. I can't make it grow."
I don't know your capabilities at the garment moment, and
Well, I'm not a seamstress.
common is not my first language. I'm sorry.
Either way,
Either way,
well, I'm glad that this all worked out, at least for the time being, and I wish you all the best of luck. And I'm sure that
thank you.
I'll be seeing you. And he puts
Yeah,
his hat
sure.
back on, and he walks off. As you guys are now out in the main square.
I don't
do
think
I
we
notice
decide. We see him.
Wait, what was that?
I said, do I see any like blacksmiths while I'm walking?
At 1 in the morning.
If
I don't. I'm just saying, like while I'm
you
walking.
can, as I will keep a note that you're looking for it as you walk.
Alrighty.
You see one, but he's just walking
Do
around.
I
He's not buying
notice
stuff.
that he's
No, I'm
looking
just
for
saying that sh-
blacksmith?
What was that? Nick?
Do I notice that he's looking for blacksmiths?
He's just looking around the city. I don't think you can tell his eyes intent.
Oh, come.
Those are the looking
I
eyes.
have-
Those
or
are
the-
Those
blacksmith looking eyes.
eyes.
I got, I got my hat on that says I'm looking for a blacksmith. You know?
Blacksmith? Smith?
Smith.
Alright, so as you guys are left in the cold air, now for the first time alone in a bit, what would you like to do?
Go to bed.
And go take
To the
nappy.
tavern?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's
Do my pre-sleep rituals and then go to bed.
Same
Alright.
here.
So as you
Briefly
all
before
arrive in the in Quinn's tavern, it is still bustling, but has died down quite considerably. As you all drift off to sleep, all of your rituals go without any sort of folly or anything interrupting them. What do you want to do, Zio?
Yeah, I was just going to say before I go to bed, I'm going to sit and clean off my scimitar, clean all the blood and gunk off of it, and just polish it and just sit there with it.
Okay, very well.
Yeah. And before I go off to bed, do I see Nick at the bar?
You would.
I'm gonna go up to him. So, hello, Nick.
Hello. How did everything work out?
That's as good as it could be. Do you know where a blacksmith may be?
Towards the entrance of the city. Yes, that would be Scades, I believe.
Is that the highest quality one you can think of?
Yes.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I will go right to sleep. Or I'll do my prayers and all that, but then go to sleep.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to specifically do before going to bed?
I would like to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rodin.
Are we all separate rooms, or because I know I think
You
I
and
was
I
trying to
had a
con. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, you and Sven are sharing a room.
As we enter the room and kind of like bed down and stuff, I will address Sven and say like, so I wonder why they're putting all this trust in us. Does that seem odd to you?
It definitely seems odd to me too. Yeah. I just think that maybe they think we're expendable.
Well,
I have
suppose
no...
yeah, that could be it, but it is quite interesting. I don't really trust that Chester fella.
I have a hard time trusting most people, as is so in my character flaws. And when it came to the Lord, I feel that he's trying to use us as a tool, not to solve the murder. I think that he knows why it happened. I think we are being used as messengers of Solaria, and that is why I tried to tell him that I was not going to kill indiscriminately for the Lord. But we should all have each other's backs now that we have to leave the safety of the city. Ironically, because someone was killed in the city, but
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel the same.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna more so just watch yours and my backs. I will help the others, but I don't. We don't. You and I have history, as short as it is, but we all gotta have eyes on the back of our head.
That is, yeah, no, that's a good thing to say. We don't want anybody to just wander up and shoot us in the back of our head. So if we see them first, we could stop that from happening. I do think that we all now have a history with each other. So, not to say that you and I don't have very good history. It goes back farther than the rest of the group. I suppose I have to listen to, the big men and ladies upstairs to see who deserves to die and live, and save those I can, and if I have to, send those off that need to.
Your men and women up there are decisive.
They speak to me, although not all the time, and most of the time they ignore me.
Yeah, my lord, he just wants me to be honorable.
Honor is good, yeah. Speaking of honor, I I wanted to talk to Captain Zio to see how he is doing. I believe he literally killed someone for the first time, so I want to see how he's doing.
Would you like company with that?
Sure, I always love company.
All right. I will.
I say sarcastically, but not to you.
Go ahead.
No, I will. I'll go with you. If it gets weird, I can leave.
So
Shit
if we
gets weird in
start
my
kissing.
All right, you head over to his.
Yep,
room.
that's the weird part.
Hello, Captain. Sorry to interrupt you. Wait. Are you in your room? That I just. I'll go to the door if you're inside and knock on it.
You would. Do you knock? Is that what's going on?
Yes. I knock.
Who is it?
It's Sven.
Sven.
And Erden.
Oh, in that case, come on in. And you guys would see me,
You
probably
just hear
sitting
Nick go,
on the
"I gave him
ground."
the squeaky door."
Never oil in that.
So yeah, you guys would see me like sitting on the ground, with my scimitar in my lap as I'm starting to clean it.
If we are interrupting, we won't be long. I wanted to see how you, Captain Zio, were doing. You took someone's life, and that's not an easy thing to do. How are you?
I'm fine. I didn't deal any final blows, I don't believe.
Oh, well, I think that with the mechanics of the game, we forget that you still shove the sword into a body of meat.
Yeah.
How did
mean-
you feel?
It didn't feel like the first time when I chucked a hand axe into a kobold's face.
You did that?
But oh yeah, you guys weren't there for that. Yeah, that was the first time I killed anything, but
Well, then
that one
how-
felt pretty good. He pissed me off.
Did you feel something inside of you, or did you react and then feel good after? Did you defend yourself, or killing's is a very big deal and should not be done lightly?
Yeah, we tried to do the whole peaceful thing, and that didn't work. We took the first hits on us, and then it was pretty defensive until it wasn't, and then yeah, I was hurting pretty bad, and so it felt good when he went down finally. But tonight it was DM, correct me if I'm wrong, but the people that we killed were human.
Yes.
Okay.
Humanoid.
Humanoid. But that was more of a monster, whereas tonight it was not so much so. I don't feel bad. I think we did the right thing.
It was mostly out of self-defense and to help sweet June. I will frequently check in with you to see. I want you to do something for me, Captain Zio, if I could put in a request.
Maybe. What would you like me to do, Private Sven?
I don't. Sven doesn't smile.
You're a captain, so it's a seaman, technically.
Does it?
He's
He does-
seaman Sven.
I'm right. Well, as your seaman, I want you to. Have you ever encountered magic, or do you have any abilities that you have to feel something beyond the material realm. Do you know what I am talking about?
Yeah. I've experienced them, not personally, but there was somebody who I used to be close with who did some magical things, and I would definitely like to try my hand at them. It looks quite fun.
The fabric of magic is not something to take lightly. And if the time comes, I will gladly teach you how to defend or help. I don't have it in me or the ability to harm or hurt or definitely kill with those abilities, but what I wanted you to do, because I used to know someone like you, someone who was eager and younger and but they were headstrong and it did not work well for them. So if we are in the heat of a battle, I need you to focus and feel as if there is a connection between you and all people, even ones that mean you harm, because death is not the only way to deal with adversaries. So if you find yourself with your weapon drawn, I want you to first feel before you react, because the balance of death and life can easily be out and bad things can happen. So just pay attention when if we find ourselves having to defend ourselves. And I don't want you to get lost in the frenzy of battle and blood, because I care about you, and I want to put my hand on his shoulder and crouch down if you're still sitting, and I want to cast guidance on you. So for the next minute, you can add a d4 to ability checks, which I don't know if they'll happen while you're doing stuff, but
Your
it's
Constitution saving throw. No.
but I feel you have a good heart. Do not let this world taint that. And then I'll stand up.
Well, thank you, Sven. I will. I'll definitely try and keep that in mind. So you can show me some magic, right?
I will be gladly, happily able to teach you as soon as I figure out how to do that. It's more of like an innate ability that I focus on. It's not like a book magic. I think June is sort of your best bet for stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But I will leave you to your captain's quarters, Captain Zio, and just keep in mind what I have said.
Well, thank you very much, Sven, and I think for showing such love and admiration towards your captain, you deserve a promotion, and you are now Sergeant Sven.
There's a slight smirk that curls over Sven's face. Thank you, and although I gave you a spell to feel at the end of this sentence, it is surely a one-off. It's only 4 minutes. But I will leave you. Have a good night, Captain Zio, and we'll see you bright and early.
Thank you. Uridin, is there any reason you're here?
I have
Your
my
sword's out.
my spork my spork in my hand, and as Sven starts to leave, I turn back and I say, "But don't think too long." And I whap him in the nose, and then I leave.
Good cop, bad cop. But now I'll go back to our room.
I thought you said bad cop, even badder cop.
I was like, wow, I gotta top that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you came in hot. I was like, oh, I have to go over that. So, yeah. All right. As you guys.
Kithian's gonna try to wake up earlier than everyone else so he can get to the blacksmith. By the way,
Okay.
just as a side note.
As everybody goes to bed,
Dramatic
Alar.
effect.
Roll initiative.
I
Alar.
was about to say,
Yeah.
Cthulhu roll initiative for being an asshole the whole time.
Alar.
Yes.
No, you're asleep.
Oh.
So
I'm speaking to the voices.
as you drift off to sleep, probably for the first time in a while in an inn, and this is becoming more of a regular happenstance for you. You have a dream. As you drift off to the blackness of sleep, your eyes open, and you see above you a dark sky with snow lightly starting to fall. As you look around you, as you're laying in a field with a few trees scattered about, covered in snow. As you sit up, you see your breath in front of you. You hear in the distant slight beats, like a drum. Unable to make exactly what they are. What do you want to do?
So initially, because this is basically home, I would most definitely be enjoying lying in the snow, I believe you said I was. I would definitely be just enjoying the environment, the cold. I probably have my very cozy clothes on, I would assume. For me, this doesn't seem like a scary dream. But then as the drums go, I would probably just pick my head up and kind of lazily look over to wherever the drums are.
Okay.
Probably end up, if I don't see where they are, end up getting up and leisurely walking towards them.
Okay. So as you look over into the stillness of the night, barely any light that's coming through the clouds, as the white covering over the ground is the only reason you're able to actually see well, as that reflects off. As you start to walk towards where you hear the sound, and you start to walk closer as the drums pick up. Boom, boom, boom.
Heartbeat intensifies.
Do you continue forward?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. As you walk 20, 30, 40 more feet, the drums get louder and quicker. And boom, 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 boom. And you can see up ahead as the snow in front of you seems to dissipate, as if you're standing at the edge of a cliff or at the edge of a hill, not able to see out over it yet, but you notice in the distance what seems to be just an orange glow that is covering the distant lower part of whatever valley you're about to look into.
That is... Do I have my sword in this dream?
As you look around, as you're in your simple clothing, you look to your side or your back, no weapon. You don't have your pack on you.
Well, I'm assuming that fire is war, and I'm assuming by context it's probably a home of mine burning? Or is that... What's the...
What would you like to do?
How far away was the fire again?
You can't see if it's a fire or not, but the
Oh,
edge
just
that
orange
you're
glow.
standing away from is about 30 feet.
Then I keep walking.
Alrighty. As you are walking towards the edge and the beat just boom, 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 gets quicker and louder and quicker and louder. As you're stepping to the edge, your dream ends, and that's when you would be waking up. But we're going to cut over to Cthulhu. Cthulhu, as you wake up early, you go to venture out to where he told you to head, towards the front of the city. As it's more bustling, there's still some celebrating going on, but the celebrations seem to have stopped, or it's too early for that kind of nonsense. As you head to the forward part of the city, it doesn't take you long. You do end up finding the blacksmith, as it is a two-story building with a thatched roof, the bottom part being of stone, and the forge itself being a outcropping from the building. As you see a figure pumping a large, what would be a medieval fan as it's stoking the fire. As you get closer, you see the greenish brown skin with a long reddish brown ponytail.
Does it look like another half orc?
Hard to tell from the back, but it seems similar to you.
Alrighty, I'll walk further forward.
Okay. Do you? You can tell at this point it is
yes.
a woman as well.
Hello.
As she turns, it is a half orc, and she looks at you. Hello. What can I do for you?
Hi. Can I get some small like symbols made?
Symbols? Of what kind?
Yes, and I'll go into my little pouch and I'll grab out this the sun and the moon, the small crescent moon in the bottom, and I'll hand it to her.
So I need this made, and multiple of them.
She kind of takes it. She looks at it. Don't you think that a jeweler would be a little bit better?
Would you recommend?
Well, I can only make something crude, but if you went to a jeweler, it would have a little more substantialness to it.
And what would that be?
Well, I'm sure that you can head probably to Krill's Emporium. He might have a better idea of where you could go.
Can I get your name?
My name is Skate. And yours?
My name's Cthulhu.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Cthulhu?
No, I'm good, thank you. But I kind of, she gives me back the symbol, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was about to say, I kind of just like nod off and and then I turn right back around. And where would that
She
emporium
points.
be? Thank you. And then I'll walk.
Doesn't her back's to you, she just points. As you head up back towards the central circle, you ask a couple people and they point you in the right direction. As you see a 3-story building, the top 2 layers being made of thatching and wood and the bottom stone. That's a very common style for the city. And on the front it has a picture of a scale with, in one side seems to be like a bag, and on the other side seems to be like some sort of fruit or carrots or something like that, some sort of produce. As you open the door, you see standing behind the counter a human in his probably about his 50s, thick hair on the sides of his head, thinning on top. Well, how are you then?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am wonderful. What can I do for you today?
I was told to come here in hopes to find somebody to help me make some symbols.
And what kind of symbols would those be?
You go back into my bag and I pull it out and it's the same sun and moon.
Okay.
Something like this.
And what would you like them made out of?
What can you make it out of?
A lot of things.
Something.
Do you want elegance? Or do you want crude?
I'd prefer some elegance.
Alright. And how much coin do you have?
I could spend a good 5-6 gold on this.
Well, you could probably make them out of bronze. But if you wanted, you could probably get 1, maybe 2, if you wanted to go with silver.
How many bronze could I get?
Probably about 4.
I'll do the.
I'd recommend if
And you-
you're trying to get someone's attention, the silver will last longer.
You said I could get 2.
I might be able to stretch a 3rd, but we're gonna go with probably just 2.
Could you stretch a 3rd for me?
I can try.
That'd be much appreciated.
And how long are you going to be in the city? The molds might take a couple of days.
I won't be in the city for long, but I'll be back. If you could work on it as fast as possible, that'd be great.
Well, something that looks nice is not going to be a rushed order.
Obviously. Alrighty, as long as it can be done.
Of course it can be done.
Of course it can. Okay.
So half now,
Well-
half when it's complete?
That sounds good to me.
Very well, that was 4 gold you said, right? That would be half?
I said 6, so that would be 3.
I could have sworn you said 8.
Don't try to play tricks on me.
No tricks here.
You sure?
I could have sworn we said 8.
Nice. Could have sworn we said 6. How about 5?
I'll tell you what, we'll cut it in the middle and we'll go at 7. So 3 now, 4 when it's complete.
I'll give you 3 right now. Sure.
Very well.
And your name is?
My name is Krill.
Krill.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cthulhu.
And,
is there anything of interest in the shop as I'm like kind of listening?
General goods shop.
Nah.
I mean, depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. No, there's just anything of interest.
Is there any sort of etching or engraving? Anything you would want stamped into them?
No, just the symbol itself.
Well, very well. You take care then, Cthulhu. I'll see you in a few days.
Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit.
You take your leave?
Oh wait, yeah, and we confirmed it was silver that we were doing, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty. And yeah, I'll take my leave.
Alright.
And I'll head back.
Okay. So as you head back to the tavern, as the rest of you awake, would there be anything you would want to do alone in your bedrooms?
I would probably be reading poetry, just waking up. Actually,
at this point, you'd be waking up
Yeah.
from that dream.
yeah, okay. Oh, then definitely waking up from that dream, my heartbeat would be beating quickly, and I would, at this point, immediately get to my morning rituals, just try and soothe myself, washing my face, my hands, doing those things by myself. And then I would go down and try and get a cup of coffee, because that's what soothes me, is caffeine.
I would like to have been in the lobby or something. I don't sleep much. Well, I sleep exactly enough for a long rest. But
8
yeah,
hours.
I would, I would like to have been down there as well. Like if there's like a
Very well.
seat or a stool or something like
Yeah,
that.
there definitely is in the morning. Yep. June?
I would have liked to have gotten up and walked out of the room, and I actually probably would have gone back to that little like tranquil area that we tried to nurse Cthulhu's hangover at, and I'm just gonna meditate for a while.
Where are you going?
I would have liked to have left before they were there.
Because of the long rest, I mean, yeah, we'll say sure.
I did go to bed before them.
That is true. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good argument. So we'll say that you did duck out.
So yeah, I ducked out, and I went to.
I just say it to a random person.
I went to
Yeah,
meditate for a
someone's
while.
leaving. Where are you going?
But like after like an hour, I would have started to kind of meander back, just kind of taking in the sights of the city along my way.
Okay. Zia?
So yeah, I would have probably slept in a little bit later than everybody else. You know, having a little bit more of a comfy lifestyle.
Don't go to Uridin. Then we'll come to you if you're sleeping in Uridin.
It's so cushy.
Okay, yeah. If
Yeah.
go for it then.
I would definitely join Sven and Alar, having some coffee, just like getting the morning
You can each
sleepies
mark
out.
a silver off.
Yep.
As I'm walking, I'm playing with a small music box as I'm walking like down the street.
Okay.
Kind of just like zoned out and completely not thinking of where I'm at.
Zio, as you wake up and you're comfy, you know, you give a big stretch.
Yeah, probably
Finna do that
Not
tomorrow.
super happy with how the bed felt, but still
Is this down?
still
It's not
They
made
getting
can
up for the
properly breed
day.
these chickens that they took the feathers from.
It's not baby duck feathers.
But yeah, I would have washed up and then gotten my things together, and then kind of having a spark of remembering. I'd quickly get my things together and go first, like peek my head out into the hall and look, both ways, and then seeing nobody there, I assume I would have ran down to the lobby area, seeing everybody who's sitting there, and I would have just immediately asked, "Where's June?"
I haven't seen anybody besides Uridan.
She still.
Is she sleeping still?
Could
Is
be.
she? It could be. Yeah.
She's an independent person, also she'll come back.
When did you get here?
I've been here the entire time, Ben.
Oh,
I literally handed him his coffee.
Oh,
I
that's
will
right, that's right.
turn around and run back up the stairs and then knock on June's door.
As you... No reply.
Again, harder.
While you're up
Right.
there, you also wake up Cthulhu. We need to be going soon.
No reply from June.
I will
As
run
you-
back down the stairs.
As you sprint back down the stairs, let's cut over. June, you would actually probably bump into Cthulhu as he's on his way back.
Do I notice him playing with that music box?
Yes.
Because I when you describe that you're not paying attention to anything, I'm doing like the exact opposite. Like I'm very much in the present moment, like people watching, taking in the scenery.
Yes, you
And
would
then-
notice that.
I would have kind of like just quietly like started walking next to him
Okay.
and just like looked over. What's that?
It's nothing. No need. And I kind of just like rustle it back into my pocket.
Well, whatever it was pretty.
Yes, it was made by a very great person.
And I just walk. I start picking up the pace now. Now that I'm not zoned.
Okay.
I'm still leisurely walking.
Very well. We'll say for ease, you both arrive at the same tavern at the same time.
Let's say,
and-
like, people, let's see, before they showed up, I wanted to turn to Uridan and, Cthulhu's gone, and last time he did this, he's probably going to run into the room and say that tonight is okay and tomorrow we are to be fucked. You wait for it. You wait for it.
My bet was last time he made some shitty symbols at a smith, so he probably is doing something with that.
Oh. Well,
They're really poorly made. No, they were
Crude.
2-0.
Yeah, I know. I would have fucking killed you if I heard that.
oh, here they are. They came right through the door.
As Zio, you are sprinting down the stairs as June and Cthulhu walk through the door.
Oh, there you are. Now.
Oh,
run
by
up
the
to
way,
June.
Zio, I found June.
Thanks.
I
If
look
it was
slightly
something lower than
confused.
private, you
Yeah,
could
fuck
do that.
Cthulhu,
You're
and he just
welcome.
walks away.
Is Nick around by chance?
Not that you see now.
Is there anybody around?
Mm-hmm. You see
Can-
the dark-skinned gentleman from before that helped Cthulhu. Before you get up to go talk to him, Zio, as you're running over to June.
I would, yeah. After saying, there you are, I would have, run straight up to her and said, Sven told me that you can teach me magic. Can we do that?
Sven told you what?
You can teach me magic.
I'm just holding my drink like.
Oh, use.
Did he lie?
He's not wrong. I could if I wanted to.
So, you want to go do that?
Multi-class, baby.
Zio, Do you think that learning magic is something that happens overnight?
Does it not?
No, it does not. But I will tell you that if you are interested and we have some free time, I could try
We
to
have
teach
free
you.
time.
Not at the moment. I will try to teach you some simple things.
Do we all hear his just energetic?
Alright. I'm
Yeah.
not being quiet at all.
Zio, I'll
We
also
need to
teach
invent
you.
Adderall.
I will also teach you to do rudimentary magic if it makes you feel more important. But it would have to be very circumstantial, and it would also have to be under my strict.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Well,
June's magic sounds more fun than yours.
I can
Alright.
literally do this, and then I'll turn my cup into a bright light. I can also literally do this, and then I'll clap my hands and cast thaumaturgy, and like all like the chairs and tables just go. "Rrrr." I can do cool things. too, if you
Everybody's
don't
sitting
like-
at the. Everybody's sitting in the entirety of the bar. I'll look over at you, and the.
Excuse me.
The gentleman that helped Cthulhu before just be. Please no. No.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna turn to Zio and just be like, lesson number 1 is you don't flaunt your magic in public places.
See, she's a better teacher too.
Did you tell him that lesson 1 is to flaunt magic?
Oh, we flaunt it?
No.
And then I look at Sven's cloak and I cast Prestidigitation on it.
Ooh, does it turn into something? What happens to my cloak?
It's clean.
Is that spring breeze?
Yep.
Is that ocean crest mist air?
It's Arm and Hammer.
Breathe that be for breathe. La 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 la.
Armor and hammer.
Okay, well I need some food.
So I go up to the bar. I go up to the bar and just get some
We
food.
should-
Anybody
we
that's
should
planning
get
on getting
down.
food and stuff, just mark off a silver.
Alrighty.
We
Dr.
should
Was that
also-
included with the coffee?
Yeah, the silver you guys paid, you're good.
Okay.
We should see if we have received our things from Lord Solaris.
Do we know when we're leaving at all?
I want to leave as soon as possible. It's
I
been
think
a
we're
long
waiting
time.
for them to come
I
and
think
get
we
us.
can wait for me to learn some magic.
Captain Zio, I must insist that no.
I want to watch him fail at learning at magic.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny.
It's okay. In all seriousness, I'm totally serious when I say this. That June has a point with improper teacher and situation. You could literally blow yourself up, or worse, other people.
Blowing up other people sounds like it can be handy.
And no,
Yeah,
June,
but if you blow yourself up at the same time, I'm thinking safe distance. Just keep like 50 feet. What's the usual magic boom range?
The
Depending
boom
on level.
range.
I just want to kind of like seeing Zio's excitement. Reminds me of me when I first started learning magic, and I will kind of lean to him and I said, Zio, I'll tell you what, when we get into a more open, safe location, I will show you some fun stuff. And then
So we can leave now then, right?
no,
yes.
Like this.
but
Leave.
no, the first thing is that you need to practice patience, because magic takes practice and patience.
Okay.
So grab some food, enjoy some breakfast. We'll get to it.
All right. What's for breakfast?
We eat breakfast and we leave.
All right, so
Wait,
As
I thought we were waiting.
Oh, we have to
Come
wait
to
for our
us.
things. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to see if the current bartender that's on duty could maybe they left a parcel here for us.
all right, so you head up to the gentleman at the bar. As you walk up, please, you probably shouldn't be throwing around skills like that. So
It
very calm.
is you are right, and here is for trouble, and I'll slide a silver piece towards him.
It's all right. No damage done, but some people might be not so calm with it.
Oh yes, you are right. It was irresponsible of me to do that. But if I could just bother you for a moment, did any parcels come for us? I don't think we left a name for it, but it should be like clothes and.
Not yet, but that looks suspicious. And as you kind of look out the window in the front of the tavern, you see that there is a horse-drawn carriage. And then you kind of like peek your head around and you see Chester standing in front of it.
Oh, yeah. And I'll gather my things. Thank you.
Alright.
And I'll head to the door.
Do you let everyone else know?
Yeah. The stuff's outside. We're going on an adventure!
As a couple, there's one guy that's just been here already. He goes, "Ha ha ha! Hell yeah!" And he gets up. And he stands up and he's like kind of squinting. And he goes to follow you. Where we go?
Is it the same guy from the other night?
No.
Damn it.
I think we should take him with us. I think it would be a great idea. What's
You
your name?
hold your own.
No, with this. No.
I'm sorry, but what is your name?
Skip conversation.
I am talking to him.
I continue out the door, ignoring the man.
As you're
and-
talking to him, his eyes are squinty, and he's like swaying, and he's not responding to you. And he's like,
You should really drop. Cast command.
wisdom save.
Yep.
I'll give him
As he
disadvantage.
starts his like incantation, I just like
Natural
throw
one.
it in the-
Natural
Yeah,
one,
no,
and he just head on a table and just
I leave.
unconscious.
I head out.
Good night, sweet prince. I walk out.
As he falls, I'd like to drop down and examine, like, kind of pull up his sleeves and like pull his collar down. Do I see any like tattoos?
Little bit of invasion.
You
of
do see
privacy.
tattoos, actually.
Do
you see...
they match?
No, none of this.
Okay. What do I see though?
You see on his left bicep, you see one that you can tell it's old, but at one point seemed to be some sort of like anchor or something like that. And then on his right forearm, as you push the sleeve up, you see seems to be like a serpent, but it's odd. You haven't seen this before. The literal ink is moving as if the serpent is moving on his arm, as the green sparkles and the white yellow underbelly of the serpent seems to sparkle as well.
Rub it. Rub it. Rub the belly.
Hey guys, look what I
Yeah,
found.
I mean, I would have been turned around and like looking at what the fuck Zio's doing to this unconscious man.
Yeah, I would have taken a look at
Chester?
his tattoos and then kind of dropped his arms just
Okay.
straight onto the ground, stood up, looked at the bartender, gave him a wave, and walked outside.
Okay, as you all head outside, as Chester's standing there, once again, that took longer than I thought. Welcome. And he opens the door to the dock then, if you're all ready.
Yeah.
We're ready.
I suppose.
Hey Chester, do you know magic?
Why are you asking?
By the court. Don't.
Just
Hey, Chester,
Never
teach
mind.
Zio magic, but only half, so that way he never gets it right. I think that would be very entertaining.
Wouldn't
So
it
he
just
keeps
be
fucking
easier
up.
to say that he knows how to do it and tell him to say some words?
There is one thing we do need to be conscientious of. Are there any apothecary places here to maybe find a tonic to make us feel well in case we get poisoned by the nature or something?
I believe so.
Fair point.
There's a new one that opened from an old resident. You might have heard about her. Her name is Britta. She was at the castle last night.
Well, we should make a quick stop in and out and see if we can get some simple things for our journey.
I'm sure, I believe that the king has procured some things for you.
Well, in that case, let's go to the lost city.
And he
we-
goes to the back of the carriage and he opens a trunk, and inside the trunk there is 2 minor health potions and the 4 sets of clothes.
There's no sun swords.
There's 6 Vorpal swords.
Yeah.
No. 6 one-use wishes.
Perfect. I wish
I
for
would-
everyone else's wishes.
And
I
you
wish
beat
for
him to
10
it.
gold.
Alright, so as you guys get on the carriage, he is sitting in the carriage with you as well. So, what is your plan of attack? What do you plan to look for in the city?
So we were hoping you would let us know that because we know absolutely nothing about the lost city other than it was lost.
Is
The
it-
king.
is it-
The king mentioned that you would tell us
Indeed.
what we need to know. I was hoping you might have a map.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a map for a destroyed city, but I can tell you that it's probably pretty dangerous over there.
Is it
the-
heavily populated?
It's not populated to any degree, but it has been reclaimed by the wilderness.
By the who?
That doesn't
what?
sound dangerous.
By the wilderness.
Not
the
dangerous at all.
wilderness.
Wilderness isn't a
Ah.
problem.
You might not think so, but things that inhabit the wilderness might be lurking.
I've killed a polar bear with my bare hands. I mean, it was a baby, but I've killed a polar bear with my bare hands.
All I
It's
heard
just
was
not
that
an
you-
issue.
All I heard was
You
you
just
killed a
killed a
baby with your bare
fucking-
hands.
A baby polar bear. Regardless, wilderness,
Is a
not
polar
a big
bear?
deal. Big
You-
white bear.
with big-
That-
This one was little.
Understood.
That's
It
the
landed.
frozen tundra.
Move on.
Why
Killed a
would you
little
kill
bear.
A fucking okay.
So this
So-
lost city, who
Fearful Geek Bear.
used to live there?
This
So-
used to be the capital of Selaria, but after
Titular
the war with
Selaria.
Uthran, it fell. So we built a new in a new location. It was easier than raising the city and bringing a new one up.
I don't believe you were
Um,
listening to this. This is across the pond, is the way the king put it.
That
But
is correct.
is it literally a pond, a lake? What did he mean by that? I'm not familiar with the geography.
It's just a simple turn. You're going across the water.
Like
How long is this
the
travel?
big
gonna be?
water,
It'll
little
probably
water.
take you about 2 days to get there, to meet landfall.
Great.
DM, would I know anything of my studies about the Lost City, specifically like what happened to it during the war?
Make a history check.
Okay.
What the hell was that?
Mac and
Fucking
cheese.
Kidding me.
Cade's
That's a
eating.
6.
I'm not eating
No,
yet. I'm
nothing
waiting
in
for the break.
particular.
Okay.
Nothing more than Chester's told you.
Okay.
But if anybody was trying to lay low, that would be a nice place as long as they could withstand what is lurking on the inside.
Sounds like
Chester?
you know what's lurking on the inside.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
if-
all sorts of manners of beasts.
Like,
So if it used, oh, sorry.
Use your imagination. You're the one that traveled from Uthran.
I don't have an imagination. Thanks for bringing
Did
that
I-
up.
did I see any creatures that I might think
From your
would be
studies
lurking in
with
there?
your mentor, you would have heard dozens of tales of different creatures and beasts.
Okay.
My question is, what sites of note were there in the lost city? I'm assuming the cities that you all build have keeps. They have libraries. They have inns.
That is true.
Which
The downside, the only thing that would be still standing would be the Undercity. Everything on the surface was burned. You might be able to find something here or there, but I know that the main keep was razed to the ground.
So we're basically
So-
going underground.
Possibly, I don't. It has been probably about 15-20 years since I've been there. A lot could have changed.
I
Is there
think
an
we-
entrance to the Undercity?
Something that you will probably have to find.
You said you've been there.
Yes, I have not been in the Undercity.
Aye.
Can we have been moving while this has been going?
Yes,
or
the cart
are
is
we on-
moving, yes. It's alright.
Oh, I did not look around.
They
I
have a
had
lot,
my
they have
eyes
very nice
closed.
leaf springs.
Are we moving? Chester, can I ask you, are you to leave us there, the lost city, or are you going to be with us?
I will not be taking the journey across. There are still some things here that I need to look into.
Do you know who will be captain of our ship?
Oh,
Besides you,
fuck.
Captain Zio.
Okay.
Captain Zio, obviously.
I think I have it handled.
Well,
Do you actually have any nautical
Would I have
experience?
read anything about sailing a boat at all, or
No,
like,
not even in the slightest.
And I am looking dead into fucking Theo's, or not, fucking Zio's eyes. Do you have any sailing experience?
Well,
or
considering
knowledge?
I own about 16 boats, I'd say yes.
So you know how to sail a boat?
Plenty.
so this
Insight
is a
check. Is he
serious.
bullshitting me?
With character against character for something like this, it would just be whether you believe him or not, or Cthulhu.
Fuck. Okay.
Erdin believes him.
Oh, I believe
I
Zio
do.
wholeheartedly. I want to
Is
watch
he, like-
him turn the helm.
Zio, are you like cold face lying to me, or are you kind of like smirking? You like.
No,
He's
straight
always
cold face.
smirking.
Like, no, not always. I believe
Okay.
in
well,
myself a lot.
But
I say we just let him sail. We'll see what happens.
You guys, I'm sure that the king has set it up with the captain of the boat. No offense, Captain Zero.
Apparently, we need one.
do you all have experience being out into wilderness, or because we need to be on our guard the second we make a footfall off a boat?
I was
survived
born
first.
in the wilderness.
Yeah, all of us four have experience. We went through the wilderness together.
For a week. Yes.
That doesn't count as experience.
Not a lot.
I
I
just
was
want-
Not a lot.
literally born in the wilderness.
But I've
I
survived
think-
worse, so we're okay. And I think we'll all be okay.
I think we should all just take things as they come, and we're all more than capable of
Agreed.
taking care of ourselves.
Yes, and we should all teach Zio some magic.
Why don't you teach us how to sail?
That is for the captain to do. Like I said, if there was something less than private, you would hold that title.
Perfect, Captain Zio.
Are we close?
Exactly.
Are we there yet?
Chester goes to you. Yes, but this is entertaining. But we're almost there. Yes.
We're almost there.
Chester,
Yes.
the king wasn't specific about the types of knowledge or clues or what exactly it is that he wants us to bring Brett back, but as a clever detective, any
you flatter me.
tips? Any tips for what we should be looking for? Things that we should try to procure to bring back?
The thing that I would assume that you'd be looking for the most is any signs of the Pall Syndicate. They've been stretching across Selaria and taking hold in major cities. And if I'm not mistaken, they even have a little bit of a stint in Uthran, as though not as prominent here in Selaria. They run different types of items in black markets, as well as they are known for assassinations of dignitaries and nobility. It would be quite concerning if they had a large following and foothold inside the Lost City, so maybe finding some sort of note of where they are. But more importantly, I would say that your main goal is to find out who put this hit on Lord Nudal.
Out of curiosity, what would the Pall Syndicate gain from killing that lord?
Well, it depends on who hired them. If they're working independently, that's something I can't really assume. But if they were paid by someone that is of higher nobility or someone with a political status, then the implications there are quite vast.
Right. I was assuming them doing it by themselves, but that is a fair point.
What did Lord Nudal do?
He was
If I may
one of
ask.
the major importers and exporters of the city. he ran things to all across Falbian, and even ran things to Thrawn, down to Ketbradan, even in some things into the Badlands, if it was safe enough to get in there.
What do you know exactly what he would export to Ketbradan by chance?
Probably large amounts of everything, but I couldn't tell you. I have not gone over his logs yet.
Alrighty.
He was
Oh.
also a big proponent of peace between Uthran and Solaria.
Which is probably why that someone tried to pin it on you or the Uthranian government.
Probably.
Is there some sort of problem with the noble? I've never been to Uthran. Are there lords and ladies there? Do they have any reason to have been targeted?
In
To
Uthran?
Chester. I'm addressing Chester. Sorry.
Well, it's hard to say. I don't travel there too often, but with Lord Vunra's nobility, you might be able to tell us a little bit more about the standing there.
You are from Uthran, right, Captain Zio? It's your token. It matched that of the noble.
Correct, yes.
What do you know of the lords and ladies of Uthran?
DM, what I know of any like how politically most, I guess, of the lords and ladies that I have come in contact with, how do they lean? Like, are they upset over the outcome of the war, or is there any sort of plan of action to...
The war was too far gone for there to be any sort of relation for that. It might.
That's what I thought.
It might spur alternative motives, but you know, the war was so long ago that there wouldn't be like, they fucked us a century and a half ago. We need our revenge.
Yeah.
That might be something in the back, but.
Who is Lord Kep? Or who, yeah.
That is another large distributor in the city. He deals mostly in ores.
For like robots?
No, like metal ore.
Do you
minor.
know why he would have stopped trading with Lord Nudal, or why, any reason why he might have wanted him dead?
As you ask that, the cart comes to a stop, and as he goes to, get his things and go out, well, that is something that I hope to find out in the next coming days when I turn that warehouse over. As he steps out, he puts his hat back on, and he helps you all out if you need it.
No. I nod to him and I say, well, please keep us updated then, as it seems we're all in this together.
Oh, of course I will. As he this way now. Who takes the clothing and the potions? You can split it up.
Yeah, how many potions are there?
I'll hand the
2.
2 potions out to whoever wants to grab them.
I will take one.
Considering I'll probably be in the front, I'll take one as well.
Alright,
Here
and
you go.
then who takes the clothing?
I'll take a pair.
I think it might have to be June myself.
How big are these clothing?
Medium-sized
That's what
humanoid?
Okay, so definitely not me. Got it.
You would have to lose your armor, yeah.
I'd have to lose my armor to fit into medium.
I mean,
I would
you're not
fit.
9 feet tall. You can fit into these clothes, but you'd have to lose your armor to fit in these. Anybody that's
Yeah.
wearing armor, you're gonna, if you want to blend in, 100% to what they were wearing, you'd have to wear different armor. If you're wearing chainmail and stuff, they're wearing leather armor, so
No.
Yeah, I already have leather armor on, so I would wear
right.
a
Do
disguise.
they not have any like specific color, like a jerkin or tunic or anything like that?
The tunics would probably be like a dark green, but nothing of like super standing out. Just a neutral color.
Now that I think of it, we shouldn't put these on now because we don't even know if the Pall Syndicate is welcome where they are. If we just walk up flying our gang colors, we might not be welcomed by any locals that might be there. There
I
could
will,
be small towns or camps, and they could run or attack or not want to give us information.
I will look down at the clothing and I'll be like, I'm not wearing that.
I will put one.
No, I am good.
I will just take one of the dark green tunics, and I'll shove it in my bag.
Alrighty.
Would it
So
fit
as,
on me at all?
no.
Well, I can wait till put it on, and I'll just put it in my pack and carry it for now.
Okay. So as this conversation's happening, as you're walking towards the docks, you get up to a ship. It's sizable. You see 2 large ballistas on the front and 2 in the back. It's sporting blue sails with a white. Imagine if you had a cross, but there was also a crossbar at the bottom too. So it kind of looks like a sideways H, or capital H. And as you go and you're walking up to the ship, there's a gentleman in a pretty nice blue sailor's coat and has a blue hat with white trim with a long white feather in it. And as you walk up, he goes, "Oh, hello everyone. Well, I am Marius Flynn. Nice to meet all of you." And we're going to take a break right there.
Alrighty. I was about to say.
All right,
Captain
everybody.
It's like a pee break. Come on, let's do it.
So we are going to take a short break. Anybody new here, if you are enjoying what you see, make sure you hit that follow button so you know when we're going live. And thank you, Jag005, for the follow. We will be back in about 15 minutes, and we will continue this chapter of the Arcane Archives. Stay tuned. See y'all in a little bit.
Go.
Woot. Seven.
The boy eating a box of ice cream sandwiches.
And that
mac
is what
and
everyone
cheese
hears.
With hot dogs.
And that is what everyone hears. An adult boy eating ice cream sandwiches.
We need to have like a list of just the first sentence that people hear, and it's just gonna be gibberish.
Yeah, just a smash cut of that. Alrighty. So,
Hot. Sorry.
so as the captain speaks to all of you, welcome aboard then. What would y'all like to do?
I will walk straight up to the
Hello.
captain.
And he sticks his hand out. Marius Flynn, nice to meet you.
Captain Zio Vunra, thank you.
Oh,
I am the captain
no.
now.
Oh no.
and he,
Yeah.
he puts his hand on your chest. I believe some of the gods last night were talking about your non-existent boat. Are you that, Zio?
I am
That's what I
Captain
thought.
Zio. Correct. Yes. And
Captain of
I
the
will-
nothing?
Captain of my many
A
boats.
rowboat.
Captain
Well,
of nothing.
Welcome aboard the ship that actually has a captain. And he kind of steps aside and motions
Get-
you all on.
Fuck. Oh, hello. And I go up to shake his hand.
Shakes your hand. Nice to meet you. Your name is?
Cthulhu.
Nice to meet you. You
as
can
well.
call me Captain Flynn.
Alright,
just
Captain
fun.
Flynn. No, that's Captain Flynn.
I'll approach and introduce myself.
Nice. And you are?
Uradin.
Nice to meet you, Urdin.
You as well. Just walk on board.
We on like a dock or like a pier or something that goes up to
Mhm.
the boat.
Yeah, and it's a ramp up to the ship.
I will shake the guy's hand, and are we boarding the boat right now?
Yep.
Then I'm going to be very tentative going on the boat. Is this a boat big enough that it doesn't really wobble when you step onto it?
It's a boat that's not a boat because it's a ship.
So it's a but like so
It's not a boat, it's
so-
a ship.
so
That's a
it's not going
yes.
to move because I step onto it. Okay.
I don't
Then
think it would move
I'm-
if you pushed it at all.
I mean, it is in water, but anyways,
It's a big fucking boat.
Ship.
so I stepping onto it though, I greet the captain, Marius Flynn. Is that what you said his name was?
Yes.
Then I do that, and then I as I'm walking on, I'm kind of like very careful and very not sure of anything that's happening because I've never been walking on water before.
You seem very unsure of your footing. Have you never been on a boat before? Ayla?
No.
Oh,
Anytime I've walked on water, it was ice.
that would be the most sense to be made of walking on water.
Yeah, you're not really walking on water right now. You know that, right?
The water is beneath me, and I am walking. I am walking on water.
That's true. It's like when you
I
are.
feel like we have 3 brain cells.
I want to go up to Marius Flynn, Captain.
Yes.
Yes.
He looks over at you and he goes, "There is a hold. Would you like to see it?"
Yes, he would.
I think. Sorry, it's habit. You know, I'm used to being the only captain.
Captain Flynn, I'll say. Captain Flynn.
He extends his hand out to you.
And I do that too, to shake hands, I imagine?
Yes.
Not,
No,
doesn't
he
do
just
like one
sticks
of
it out.
these.
He's just pointing at you.
He's not like a kiss the ring type of captain.
No.
So do you anticipate any treacherous water or monsters other than the one already currently occupying your boat?
He looks over at Zio. And he looks back. No, it should be smooth sailing.
Do you require anything of us, or are we sort of like your guest?
I would say you're more of a guest. Unfortunately, it is a ship, so the accommodations aren't that grand, but you do have a place to lie your head, I guess.
Do we all? Oh.
I don't mind to sleep in a hammock, but I don't want to be a loaf. If you need a deck hand or something, I will help.
Very well.
Yep.
I will let you know what this captain needs.
Does he do this?
Rob Van Dam.
This captain.
And he looks over at Zio again. And, but welcome aboard.
And I'll go onto the board, and I will just go. Is it docked port side or starboard side?
Starboard.
So then I will go to the port, and I will close my eyes and take a big smelling of this salty air. Unless your world does not have salty oceans. Then I
No,
will
they're actually sulfuric oceans.
I will smell the hot, good nose hair burning juice of this sulfuric ocean.
Hot sulfur.
Hot sulfur. Not, yeah, of course, salty air.
Is the crow's nest occupado?
Yes.
Damn it.
Well, welcome aboard. Thanks.
So wait, we're not sailing across an ocean, correct?
Technically, you are.
No, it's a pond.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull up the world map.
Go ahead. I can just be in roll 20, and I will move you to it.
Cool.
There you go.
Ew, yeah.
Oh wow, that is bright.
You guys
Yeah,
can
are we
see-
heading out of Selaria
Show.
west then?
I'll show everyone. You guys are heading to the south.
Oh, okay.
They moved across the pond,
I see.
so you guys move in here. So. I think it's only 3 feet. You guys will get there in no time. Alright.
That's like 1 foot for me, right?
I'm pretty sure 3 feet's 3 feet for everyone.
I was about to say.
But
There's
my
a
feet
foot
are bigger.
I am so big that I walk
Break
a yard
physics.
for everyone's foot is in my yard. I broke
June,
that. I'm an idiot.
do you go on board?
June.
June?
Yes. I will just kind of walk up to Captain Flynn, give like a little bit of a bow, and stick my hand out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. Welcome aboard, my lady.
Thank you for escorting us.
You're
And then
very
I will get onto the ship.
Well, Ekron, I see that I'm bidding you adieu again. Yes. Make sure that you don't fucking put it on the land again. And he go,
Okay.
and as the board's being taken up, it was one time 12 years ago. Get over it. And
I'd like to hear this story.
he starts.
You guys don't want me to captain the ship.
He
and
flips
this is
Zio
what
off
we
as he
get
walks up to the helm. All right, everybody, get things rolling. And he starts talking to a gentleman up at the helm, and the crew starts getting the boat out of port as you guys start your travel into the ocean across the pond. As you guys are traveling, you notice a pretty wide mix of different makes and all walks of life of races. You don't see any prominent one over another. There is you do end up finding a very eccentric race that I don't think anyone would have seen before, but you guys see a turtle on board as well.
Say a turtle?
Tortle.
Tortle. Oh.
Tortle.
Where?
On our ship?
Yes, you're not racing another ship.
I didn't know if this was like a passing ship or something.
No, on your ship.
If we were racing a ship, his ship would lose.
Because I would be captain.
I cannot wait till you find someone who doesn't have to be nice to you and you keep telling them that you're the captain. It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Roll
TPK.
initiative.
TPK.
No,
But
no,
you're the
I'm
only
not
player.
associated with him. in
No,
any
he's
way.
just totally gonna kill that one player. So what would you guys like to do as you have a few days now?
I'm gonna
I'm
go
praying
sit next
a
to
lot.
June.
Okay.
So we got some time now. Can you show me something now?
DM, like, how does this work?
If you're gonna teach him magic, it's going to take a hell of a long time.
I
But
can teach you shortcut.
You tell me how you're teaching him.
Well, okay. I will turn to Zio. It does seem we have some time. But this is also going to take a very long time. And you have to be patient and you have to practice.
Uh-huh.
So take a couple
Okay.
deep breaths.
Okay.
And then I will like cast light, like kind of like snap my fingers and cast light and say, we'll start with something simple like this. And then I will pull out like my spell book and like flip to my little cantrips that were a long time ago and kind of start reading all the notes that I would have taken from my mentor and my teacher to Zio.
Okay.
Can I look over June's? Is this a private thing happening, or are you guys on the deck?
Just on the deck.
Yeah.
Can I look over June's shoulder? Oh wow, you have so much to read to do that. It's more, I just like feel it, you know, and it's hard to describe it. But you have to so much book learning to do this.
I think I can do more than you.
Well,
Oh.
that's
Whoa.
that was unnecessary. I'm going to go
Zio's
find
sitting there
out
with, like, a
who
shocked
that
face.
is.
Okay. While this is all going on, I'm gonna go walk up to the captain on top of the helm.
Okay.
I look
At this point, he would once they're out at sea, he's not going to be at the helm. Probably be in his quarters.
Damn it. And then, fuck, my plan's ruined.
You can go knock on the captain's quarters.
No, I'm gonna sit up top and kind of just watch them all as they're kind of like scurrying and Zio's trying to learn magic. Just kind of observe.
Okay.
So when you do when you turn your fingers to lights, how do you do it?
Sven, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, me too, bud, Captain. So do you have
All right,
to like
Sergeant, I'm gonna need you to calm it down a tone or two.
calmer than you are?
Okay,
perfectly calm.
no, you guys,
Drop.
it's fine. I will show you, and then I will reach into a little pouch, kind of like on my hip, and I'm gonna pull out a little bit of phosphorescent moss,
Okay.
and kind of rub it between my fingers, and then mutter a little bit under my breath, and then cast light on Zio's shield.
Very well.
And then I will look at Zio as well, and I will cast his entire chainmail into light, and I'll just go, I don't need no dirty plants to do this. And then I'll point and just go, a boom. And then
I will stand
I
up.
don't think you can do his
with-
whole armor, but we'll say his chest piece. You get.
Isn't it anything less than 5-foot cube or 10-foot
Yes,
cube?
but like, you're,
Okay.
it's not like you're
His chainmail?
sliding into one straight. Well, his legs are.
It's a
chainmail, too.
onesie.
Like his whole body has chainmail on it, but yeah, his upper body starts
okay.
glowing.
I
As
cast
if
it on
it
his
was-
eyelashes.
I will stand up with my shield in my hand, and I will say, I am Captain Zio, the Lightbringer now.
Drop. I command drop.
I turned my light off. I
Make a
dispelled it.
wisdom saving throw, Zio.
I am good at those.
No, you are not.
With a natural 20, -2 for 18.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Eat
Drop
your mac and
again,
cheese with
bitch.
hot dogs in it, you boy.
So as you look at him drop, he looks up at you as he's shining with a grin.
I just laugh.
Wait, how can he can tell that?
Yeah,
I'm
I'd say,
aware.
especially since you've done this before in front of him, and it failed that time too, because you
Oh.
tried to do it to
I should have did it to Sven.
Sven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm
Wisdom
gonna.
check on a cleric.
I'm gonna kind of just let Zio do his thing, and I'm gonna turn to Sven and say that I didn't mean that I can do more than you in the sense that one is better than the other. It's just different. If that makes sense to you.
I didn't mean to come off as if I took offensive to that. No, it's all a matter of play. Magic is beautiful in the sense it can be so much different. I just find it funny that there's so much things falling on the ship already. It's clatter all around.
My bad. I forgot I was.
But it's just it's different to me. I haven't spent much time around. Would I know that when people use the word wizard, is that common, or is that like a weird? Is that just like a class? So but
Mage, probably. Magic
I've
user
not
mage.
spent much time around the people that use the books to say the simsalabim and then the magic happens. I feel it's different for me, but I feel like it's easier for you to understand magic, whereas me, it's like a baby with a gun. Yeah, baby with an arrow, a bow and arrow, baby with a crossbow.
Baby with a bow and arrow.
It's like a baby with a crossbow. But the baby knows what he's doing, so this analogy is completely shit.
Well, Sven, let me ask you, how long have you been able to use your magic?
Sven goes into a very like thousand yard stare. Yeah, it's tough to say where it started, but I think it would have been 20 or so years ago. But it wasn't something I knew what was happening to me until I was able to go to Selaria, and they helped me figure out what it was that was me as a magic user, a user of the magic. Though-
Sorry, go on.
No, yeah, I haven't had a very comfortable life, or one filled with much happy, but it's hard to say when I knew that I could do something. I always felt I could feel when things were unbalanced, and how much death I've seen in my life. Yeah, it's well, what about you? I shuffle my cloak kind of uncomfortably. How do you do the magic? Where do you buy your books?
Well, I don't buy books. This particular book, it means a lot to me, and it's got pretty much everything I know. Is most of the stuff that you can do similar to what you did to me, as in like healing and and types of spells like that?
Yeah, it's more of like a torch, how it doesn't create flame, but it's used to hold the flame. You need something else. You can't just take a torch and then turn on fire. You need a spark, or you need something. I feel like I'm a barren torch, and something uses me for the balance of the life and death. I've never really had to talk about it like this, but I will be willing to say more when I can think about how to say it. Does this make any sense, or should I learn better words to describe who I am?
It makes sense, and it just goes back to that your magic is different than mine. Not one isn't better than the other, they're just different.
Well, there is one sort of advantage that I think I have, is that, let's just say, you dropped your book over the side and it sank to literally the bottom of everything. Does that mean you don't do magic anymore?
That means I get a new spell book and put down the ones I've memorized.
Oh. Well.
But if I lost this particular spell book, it would just be very sad.
Do you have a strap? So in the case you dropped your book, you could instantly get it back real quick?
Book on a strap.
I want to look cool.
Side quest: the strap for her spell book.
Yeah, side quest. June needs a strap for her book.
Why did the wizard lose all their spells? Because they didn't want to look like a dork. But yeah, you're right. Magic is a weave that moves through all things that are alive and also things that are not alive. I think that we would all make a good team as long as those that look out for all of us and speak and use me to do their deeds see it fit that we prevail, because death is just another part of all of this. So there is literally no guarantee we'll even make it to this lost city. So just stay in the moment. I do, and I feel the ocean on my face, and if I feel the connection, then I know what sort of magic to manifest for people. But I don't do things that hurt others, maybe things that make them more difficult for them to do things, but I don't take life from people with these things. I haven't had a need to ask for those sort of magics. That's just me, though.
I can't say that some of the things that I know how to do aren't dangerous, but I don't know what your life was like. I had to learn how to defend myself, and I think I do a pretty good job.
Except for that part in the warehouse, but it's... I know.
Okay, when it's like 5 against 1.
That's true, no, that's completely terrible odds.
Can I
Thank
come
you again for
sit
that.
between you two now?
I was assuming you were
Literally.
there
Come
the whole
and
time.
come back. What was that?
I was assuming you were there the whole time.
I would have stood up and walked around glowing like yeah,
Spider-Man 3 style.
basically, yeah.
Do you guys
Just, you
shut the
know,
light
kinda-
off, or do you guys keep it going?
I turned mine off.
Mine's still active for another, probably, I don't know, 40 minutes.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I'd come and sit back down.
Oh.
While this is going on, I'm like looking. Is anyone on top of the helm with me?
Yeah. There's
I
someone
would
at the
say
helm.
I probably would be.
Huh?
Someone
I
still needs
probably
to
would
be
be.
at the helm. It's just not the
Okay,
captain.
fair. At the very front of the ship, is there?
They, the group, I was assuming, was kind of at the front of the ship.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like, I'll ignore the guy on top of the helm, and I'll like lean over and like look at the sea, pull out my music box again, and slowly like drift into like a mindless stance.
Okay.
Can I?
No, as it,
Am I-
as
can I-
it, as the music box, you open it and you wind it and it starts playing. As it plays this very melancholic song, but still very beautiful, you start to drift off into thought. Ayla?
So, actually, Erden, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I am trailing this turtle like I'm like a little kid chasing down the cotton candy dude at like a fair or something.
I
Okay,
relate to
I'm-
that memory.
So, because I empathize more with Cthulhu and I wanna, he seems to be enjoying himself, so I'm gonna let him be. I'm gonna go to Erden
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, so you two half orcs, you seem so peaceful. How?
Well, when things attack you, you attack them back. Then, when things are not attacking you, you have fun.
So you were not raised by orcs.
I was raised by half orcs.
Half raised by half orcs.
Half of the time,
Where were you from again?
the what is it again? Damn it!
You were not from the north, yes?
No, I am not.
Okay. That is important. I am familiar with more hostile of your kind. I was just wondering if there was some way that you became peaceful, but apparently not. Apparently you were always raised this way. Do you know about Cthulhu?
I mean, other than he
You all know each other,
is... right? Yeah, basically that's what's happening right now.
You think all half orcs know each other, huh? Huh?
I have never
Yes.
seen Cthulhu in my life. I don't know. He is a different orc than I am.
Fair enough. Alright, well then, I'm gonna give Cthulhu at least 15 minutes of enjoying his music box, and then I'll bother him with the same question.
I like look past him. I'm like, "Ah, man, move out of the way. The turtle's getting away.
As you kind of push all the way to get there, Captain Flynn comes out of the captain's quarters and he sees majority of you all sitting around the front. And he walks up to the group and he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, Sven. He goes, "Would you all like to play a game?"
Yeah, that would be good. I
Try
would like to
pass the
learn.
time.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
no, that-
very, very simple actually. Do the rest of your friends want to play?
Do I need money to do this?
Yes.
Sure.
Do I know where this is going?
No, we're not playing like this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant
Is
something. Yeah, I can only speak for myself, but June, Zio. I'll turn that light off, by the way. I don't know if anybody heard. I turned it off.
Okay.
It's enough of that.
No problem.
Wow.
You are no longer all lighted up by my innate ability.
You have
I
to
will
learn to do
always
it
be the
yourself.
light bringer, though.
Captain Zio, the light bringer. By the end of this campaign, I want your name to be a page long.
Yeah, like I want like 25 different
You
titles.
have to recite it.
Yeah.
Captain Flynn says, "Does anyone else want to play?"
I
What
would
is
like
the
to-
game?
I am
Um,
so drifted and gone that I'm just like breathing really heavily and just nodding back and forth.
Is
Okay.
the turtle near So I can hear?
you. Or
near like him shouting?
He'd be going below deck at this point.
All right, I don't want to follow him down in case he's like going to sleep or something, do his turtle things. Even though I am curious.
Casey's going to do his turtle thing.
You're gonna see a tabaxi and be like doing his kitty things.
Are you gonna
Just
draw
you
an
wait.
orc smiley face on his shell?
I had my spork ready.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
gonna carve it in.
I was just gonna give it some pokes, but yeah.
Tails
If
don't
I hear
feel.
the captain of the ship, I will be like, "Oh, a game," and I'll go over there.
So what are we playing?
Well, it's a simple card game, and it is simple and easier to run if you go head to head with someone. But we could all do it. The pot would be bigger.
Pot?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And we are on the seas, so it'd be a 5 gold buy-in per hand.
What do you win if I give you the 5 gold?
You don't give me the 5 gold, you put 5 gold in to start. And then you can win the pot.
Is there a table or something in front of us?
There'd be like a crate or a barrel.
Okay, I'll put 5 gold down on the barrel.
So, you know what? To make this simple, he looks at all of you. Why don't Zio and I show you how it's done?
That's Captain Zio.
Sure.
I give him like a pat on Zio's
Captain
armor.
Showdown.
Plank, plank, plank.
And as
Captain Zio, the Lightbringer now.
he grabs, he's not even paying any mind to your names. He grabs a deck of cards. So how this is gonna work? A first card's gonna be dealt, and we're gonna roll a d8.
Okay.
And then
Grab
you
one.
have the option. One of you have the option to raise, or to call, or to fold. Then you're gonna roll a d6, same thing. Then you're gonna roll a d4, and same thing. So.
Okay.
He starts shuffling the cards together, and he passes you a card, passes himself one. So roll a d8.
D8. Okay.
And then he looks
Did I
at
tell you, or-
Well, no. You can't tell me. I'm betting against you. He looks at you, and he goes, No, you don't tell me. You just recognize the card.
That was more of a question to DM.
Nope, canon.
Okay. I still haven't been told the name of this game, so.
And
Called I win.
it's called Cups. That's a full cup. It's a Friends reference for all of you that didn't get it. And he goes, all right, now it's to you. Would you like to raise? Or would you like to stay?
I will raise
How much?
2 gold.
I call. And he puts 2 gold forward. Now roll a d6.
How much money do you guys have?
Well, he's the captain.
That makes sense. What they?
They are the captain.
He's
Yeah.
he's like, I bet 70 gold, chump.
I
They are
bet
the
my
captain.
ship.
Back to you again.
All right. Back to me again. All right. I will raise
How
6
much?
gold.
I'll call. And now
All
d4.
right.
Does this gold go to any use, or do you just?
It fills
Seems
your
like
pocket.
an awful lot of money to be with games.
And he looks at you. Your go.
I'll raise another 3 gold.
I'll call you. And then he puts 3 gold down. And then he pulls out, he goes into a pouch, and he's like, and I raise. And he sets a platinum down. 1 platinum.
Kabam!
Well, I will reach into my coin pouch and dump it onto the table, and 3 more gold pieces fall out. This is what I have.
Well, there must be
On my
something
person.
on your person that is of wealth. Or, of course, you could fold.
Let me take a look. I will put the 3 gold in, and then I will pull out of the pouch. I will put down my brass orb,
Okay.
and then I'll wave a hand at him like,
He looks at it. Is it just a brass ball?
I don't know. It's the one thing that you had me add.
Well, I told you it has a description. Read the description.
It's a brass orb that contains strange runes.
He looks at it.
And you're getting rid of it?
Wait, that brass
Caw-caw,
orb
caw-caw, what the
contains
fuck?
strange runes. Are you sure that might not be more important later?
That's good enough. That equals.
God fucking damn it.
And he reveals his, and he has 12.
I have. Why can't I do math?
Alright.
More than 12.
I win.
What's your
11,
D8?
14. I got 14.
What was your D8?
5, 6, and 3.
Wow, he rolled a 4, a 5, and a 3. Wait. You said yours is 14?
Yeah.
You got a 13 total. Matt.
5, 6, and 3. 14.
Oh, you're up one twice. Alright. As
Whoops,
that
math.
happens, he kind of gives a sigh. Well, you win this one. Congratulations. And he sticks his hand out to shake your hand.
Oh, shake his hand. Thank you.
Captain Zio, Lightbringer, taker of coin.
So, what was the pot at?
Owner of orb.
It was
Winner
a
of
5
games.
in, you copy, that's 10. Then 2 in, that's 14. Then you put 3 in, which would be...
I put 6 in at one point.
6 more, so that's another 20. Then you put 6 in, he matched to 12. And then he raised a platinum. So...
So, what does that come out to?
More money
well,
than I've
did
ever
you
seen.
take the money out as you were gambling it? Nope.
Wait. No, I've left everything in and then
Okay,
taken
next
the whole
time, take
pot
it out.
as a winning.
Well,
What do you
yeah,
mean,
but
take
you're
it
only
out?
winning half of it. You're not. If the whole pot's 40, you're only
Oh,
winning
I
20
see.
more. So
I was removing it from my,
got you.
my
So it
inventory
would have
as I go,
been
so I can keep
5,
track of what I have.
11, 13. We'll just say 25.
25
Might be
gold.
too much, too little. 25. So, well, you have 1 platinum and 15 gold.
Okay.
And
And my brass orb.
and he looks at you and he goes, "Do you want to go double or nothing?"
Not with this brass orb on the
And
table.
he says, but, I might have something a little more intriguing than coin.
What do you have?
Well, you need to accept or deny first. Double or nothing. I promise you it'd be worth your while if you won.
Can I make an insight check and see if he's actually has something valuable?
Yes.
That's not so great. 9.
He had money to bet more than you've seen someone bet like that. He's dressed elegantly. He is a captain of a ship, and he doesn't seem too sketchy.
I could definitely do double or nothing, but I will be pulling this orb off of the table.
That's part of the deal. That's not double or nothing. And he pats his under his left arm. He pats it and he goes, "Trust me, it'd be worth it."
All right, I can always send a letter home if I need more money. Let's go.
Mom, I lost all my money betting some ship captain.
All right.
I lost all my money
So
gambling.
as he
Help.
starts dealing the cards, you're just gonna roll. There's no extra betting. So roll your first one.
Okay.
Dad, I'm broke.
Roll your second one. Roll your third.
Okay.
And he's holding his cards and he goes, "You reveal first this time."
5.
Total?
2, 2, 1.
My first one was more than your total.
Captain
Well,
Zio, loser of coin.
Well, 11's my total.
Loser of games.
As he sweeps the coin back, and then he looks at the orb, and he goes, might be interesting. And he drops it into his pocket.
Fuck me. So I lose all my gold then.
You lose all your gold.
I didn't think
And
that's what
your-
that one method. I might have been
And-
wrong.
I step up.
You step up to,
Yep.
Are you challenging someone else, or are you challenging him?
The captain, of the ship, not our captain.
As he as he puts on it. Oh, Urgen, you as well then.
I want to give this a try. I'm not as well off, but
For coin or something more elegant?
coin. I don't have much.
What's your buy-in?
3 gold?
Sure. And he puts 3 gold down.
No, I'll put 3 gold down.
Rolls the first one. Would you like me to go first, or would you like to go first?
No, you are the captain. You go first.
I'll put in an extra
I-
gold.
I will call that.
My hands are just like this the whole time, watching money just senselessly spent.
So the pot's at 8 right now.
Does anybody have parchment and ink?
Yes.
Can I borrow some?
If
as
near me,
he-
I have some.
Go ahead. Continue.
I said if he was near me, he would have.
Oh.
Some, but I'm not even there, nor am I even paying attention.
He
Sorry.
deals the second card out. He goes, I'll raise 2 gold.
Oh, I call, and then I raise 1 more.
Alright, I'll call. And then he deals the third to both of you. Wow! Wow. And then
Oh.
he, okay, that's not common.
Does he do that in character?
Yes.
Wow,
Wow.
my cards are amazing.
Wow, these are such good cards. And then he goes, I'll raise another 3 gold.
I call.
Very well.
Need
I'll
to
reveal
know
first.
when to
I
hold
rolled
up.
a 4, a 4, and a 4. 12.
12.
I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 3. 11.
Oh,
Oh,
so
We're gonna be
close.
we're gonna be broke.
As he sweeps over all the gold. And he looks
Give
at all
me-
of you.
Give me your dice. I mean your cards.
He hands you the cards.
I like pretend to throw them, but I hand them back.
He takes them. Anyone else like to lose their coin, or do you have something else interesting?
I can't believe you won by 1.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
I can. That's why when I rolled the D4 and I went 4, that's why I was like, wow, because I rolled 4, 4, 4.
Yeah, that D4 saved your ass, too.
Yeah, yeah, D4 did save my ass. Anybody else like to gamble?
No, I think this is a complete waste of money to be.
Somebody
perfectly-
lend me money. I
No,
will pay you back.
No.
I
I
will.
promise. I will double your investment.
No. No and
June?
that's my comic style. No and
No and no.
no and
No and no. I will hand Zio.
Get different dice.
If you mess this up, man, I will give you 10 gold. Yeah.
Oh, I've been
So-
spending a lot. Never mind.
Why don't we make the whole pot just 10 in even? So I don't outbet you. And then you have to get yourself into another orb situation.
Why don't you put the orb back on the table versus 5 of my gold, and then you throw in another 5.
That seems very disproportionate to a bet. If you want this bag, you're
No.
gonna need to bet something that's equally as treasurable.
It's probably worth about 5 gold.
I'm gonna lean into Zio and say, what if we bet like Cthulhu or Alar to work on
Oh.
the ship?
Do you
What
have
if,
some?
what if we use indentured servitude?
As Alar's standing right next to you.
Oh, I thought he was somewhere else.
Every time? Ah!
I bet 50
Had a
years on the
perfect
Dutchman.
fucking time.
You're so light on your toes.
For being such a large man.
So, honestly,
How
I
about-
do not like playing for coin if you have something more interesting to go for.
I can give you something that means a whole heck of a lot to me.
He looks at you, and what would that be?
A hug.
Don't touch
It's
Wait, do
It's-
you accept or do you not?
what?
me. I mean,
the
currency
orb.
gets a little... No, I'm not doing that. That is a dumb bet.
No, the
Well-
orb versus whatever Sven has to put in.
I don't know what Sven has to put in.
I'll
I
open up
didn't
my
know what you had
satchel
to
and-
put in either.
Now I'll grab a fresh, unused, and I'll smack it wherever they're putting their things. This is a candle, and it gives you warmth. It can also protect you. It can give you light when there is no light.
Sven,
in-
this would have worked a lot better if you didn't put that down.
No, this is candle. This has value. It's think of you are cold, now you are not. You are blind, and now you are not.
No, you are right. This candle is extremely valuable.
Yeah. No, you are making fun. This is serious work. If you want to win. Okay, fine. Then are we going? So what do we get if we get all of this money in this game?
I kind of want my orb back.
I will give you my rations of 1 day.
I will take it and throw in my 1 day of rations as well.
Now you have food, light, and warmth, more than money can buy. You cannot eat gold, nor can you have it let you see where you cannot. Value is a very obtuse word.
I want
take-
to have, like, I don't want to say no, so I want you to do a persuasion check, but at the same time, this would be the stupidest decision he'd ever agree to.
I
Both
am
of us,
also-
or just one?
Just one of you.
My voice
Okay.
may be goofy, but value is also subjective.
Would you like? Okay, I was about to say, would you like me to make the roll?
No, I'm good at persuasion, and with my +3, that's an 8.
Okay, I've got the plus 5.
As
so...
he tells you, I have plenty of candles, and I don't doubt that this one is not special, but I do not need one.
It's not like it's my special candle. It's just a candle. This one, I've named this one Rufus, and it always never fails.
He looks about all of you, and he goes, I'll tell you what. All the change in my pocket, and your orb, and I'll even put forward the mystery item. And all you have to put up, and he looks at June, is your book.
Are we at least
No.
have sailed? Or are we still
How
just
about-
docked here?
all of that, and I will write you a
No.
guaranteed. Hold on. I will guarantee you
My dad.
a month worth of Wunera wine.
Make it a year, and you can have the special item, otherwise no.
Whoa.
That's a lot of
A
money.
month
Daddy's not gonna
and
be happy.
everything but the special item.
6 months in the special item.
We do 3.
2 candles.
4.5.
This is all going
3.
on, and like Cthulhu's just in another
And
realm.
that is it.
Persuasion.
Don't let me down.
Have we taken off, or are we
Fucking
still
kidding.
Yeah, you guys are
Seven
going.
anchored.
You guys are
We've,
going.
Oh.
been gone.
No,
Okay,
you're
I
still
didn't-
on dock.
Yeah, just before we leave, let me take everything you own.
And then he just goes, I'm not even the captain, guys, and runs away.
Captain's the city of the whole time.
What'd you all?
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
4.5 then? That seems adequate.
4.5 candles.
Or you'll never get this thing back again. And it's not even your wine.
It is my wine.
Maybe your
But-
kin's.
I still have a
So
right to it. 4.5 months then, yes.
Very well. He sticks his hand out for you to shake.
I will shake his hand.
Very well. Alright. He deals the
Might get in
first
trouble
card.
for this one.
I really hope you do, because this would be great. Alright, he deals the first one.
Oh, so I know you couldn't see that, but this die literally did not roll at all. It just slid into place.
You
Should I
can
re-roll
reroll
that
it.
or no?
Sure, I always
Okay.
think reroll it. It has to tumble.
It did not tumble once.
You
I
gotta
haven't done
roll
that yet,
the
so
dice.
there we go.
Alright.
Okay, that one rolled.
Critical
He
tumble.
deals you your second.
It's a D6, right?
Yeah. Fucking really?
Oh,
Okay.
get fucked.
And he deals you the third.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Okay.
This is gonna be 18. This is 18 right here. I can feel it.
He audibly gives a little chuckle. Why don't you reveal first then this time?
Oh, well, slap down my cards, and I will say 16. Definitely lying about that.
Well, he can see the cards.
He can
That's right. I
see-
kind of can't. Okay.
So now he
No,
thinks
no,
you've lost
you did
and
it
you're
though.
stupid.
16. What did you
That's
ask?
Sorry.
7.
I will take a second. Recount them. 12.
And he and he reveals his, and he reveals 4 4s again, or 3 4s again. 12.
So that means I win.
That means that's a reroll.
Reroll. I
Otherwise-
thought we were playing cards.
Otherwise, ties go to the house. And I'm sure you don't want that.
Ooh.
This is both
All
unless
right,
you
all
live here.
right.
It does not make sense.
You just beat me to it.
All right.
What?
You had this
And he deals you your first card.
a boathouse.
Okay.
Deals you your second card. Ah.
Okay.
And then he deals you your third card.
Okay.
Reveal
that-
them
that
again.
okay.
Don't lie this time.
That last one.
That last okay is like, ooh.
6.
Come on!
4, 1, 1.
As he reveals a 2, a 6, and a 2.
Oh.
Daddy's not gonna be happy.
As he,
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing? What else could you
Whoa.
possibly have to offer?
Another
2
4 and a
9 months
half
of wine.
months
Literally
of
nothing.
wine.
He looks at you, and he leans in, and he goes, "At this point, I'll make a even deal, not you just hucking around your parents' wine. How about this? Everything in my pocket, the items and all. But if you lose this time, not only do I get that 4.5 months of wine, but at the point of my choosing, I get a year's servitude on my ship from you."
Deal.
No.
Make a new character.
He extends his hand out, and as you grab his hand, he goes, "This isn't a deal that you can run away from."
Wait, can I interject?
Yeah, sure.
What if I agree to copy everything in my book for you into a separate book?
I can literally still see the dock, and we lose everything.
I would say this is like
We are not at the
this is like a
dock.
day. This is like a day
we're
in.
not at the
This
dock.
is like a day in.
Oh.
Or like a half
This
a day
picture,
in.
like, alright, so I have no
You
goal.
can still see
I lost my
Chester.
spell book,
You
and now I'm a slave.
No.
I was gonna say you can still see
Plot
Chester
twist.
like
Chester's
waving his hat in the air. And you-
I hope everything's
Fellow
fine.
travelers.
oh man.
Life
Life
travels
travels.
gambling.
Turns the boat around. Well, guys, we got fucked and now we're slaves.
He looked.
Dearest King, we did not complete your task because the ship we rode was a pirate, and we work for him now.
He all right. He looks over at June, and he says, "Sorry, I'm still at the Chester waving goodbye." He looks over at June, and he goes, "Now you'll have a deal, but until it's copied over, you'll have to give me your actual book, so I know that you're
I
not running
need-
away with the payment."
Well, I need the book to copy them.
Of
We're on a
course,
boat.
but when you go ashore, you won't need it.
Yes, I will.
Then how do I know that you won't run off with it and not give me your payment?
Because you're our ride back home.
Fair point, deal. And he extends his hand out to Zio.
I will shake his
and
hand.
as he grabs your hand, the 4.5 months of wine extra is also still on the table, and he goes over and he goes to June's hand.
I shake his hand, and telepathically to Zero, I say, I swear to God, if you lose this.
I will kind of like give June a slight bow.
I'm
Alright.
curious, Captain Flynn.
Yes.
I am curious, just trying to follow your logic, that you were nervous that June would not come through with giving you her book, but you just listened to this boy give you half a year of wine, and it's literally nowhere near here.
I know that
Lit.
boy's name. That's the only difference. It's hard to run from that.
This is true.
Oh,
But
Well-
that is a very astute observation. As he's shuffling.
thank you.
You want this card? No?
So, yeah, so Zio, do better.
And
I will.
He deals you your first card.
Wait,
Pick the
wait,
good-
wait.
Pick the good dice.
Before I pick it up or anything, I may need my light bringing attributes for this.
I cast light on his shield.
I turn his eyelids into.
That is not an object. I am not letting that happen.
I want to turn his eyeballs full of
You
light
just-
of my lord.
Go up and touch each eyeball.
I think it
Now-
has to be an object.
He's like, what do the cards say? He's like, ah!
I
I
can't
will-
see.
fucking
Yeah.
see!
I'll turn
My-
the underside of his shield into light, so there's like a nice like
Okay.
Jesus silhouette behind him.
Gotcha.
Maybe Flynn's like, oh my god.
My
And-
goal with this is to hopefully
Oh my God.
disorient his view of the cards.
Okay. Well, he goes, you know what? To make this interesting, why don't we do an open hand?
Well, yeah, let's do that. Don't know what that means, but
You basically
Yeah,
after
card
we
side
after we
up.
roll each die, we're gonna say what it is.
okay.
So he deals you your card, so you can roll.
4.
All right. He looks at his card. It's a 5.
Down one.
All
He
right.
deals you your other card. Deals himself his card.
Oh.
Oh.
Shit, that one's way off the table. Let me grab a different d6.
Ooh, that's
3.
1.
Okay.
One.
Yeah. He deals
Up
you
two.
he deals you your third. He deals you his
One.
fourth.
You're not.
Ooh.
3.
3.
We went by 1. Holy shit.
So
Remember
as
June when
he deals the last card, and you see that you win by 1. You can see a small smirk on him as his shoulders like deflate.
Captain Zio, the Lightbringer, brings us home once again.
And he
Captain
gives a
Zio.
chuckle, and he goes, "It only took 4 tries."
Only, and I will shake his hand, or I'll reach my hand out to shake his hand.
Captain Zio, he who bets
That was
until
fun.
he wins.
Right.
I also go up to Zio and I put my hand out and got my gold.
Yeah, you owe her
Oh.
20 gold.
Yes. Yeah. How much?
He
Do I
hands
get
you
from
the
that
orb.
now?
He hands you the orb. He shakes your
Okay.
hand. He puts the orb on the barrel. He takes out and he rifles through, and he gives you the 1 platinum piece, and then he gives you another 35 gold pieces.
Okay.
3
Is that including
silver.
my money?
Yes,
Okay. Good.
3 silver. Actually, he would have more than that. He hands you 55 gold pieces.
55.
Yeah,
Ooh,
3
That's
silver
another 20.
I walk up.
and
to-
6 copper.
Okay. 6 copper.
I go up to Zio and I say, my gold.
Yeah. No. I will pull out 30
Good try.
gold and give it to June.
Well, that's more than I gave you. But I take it anyway.
You definitely deserve that. Thank you very much.
So how much did you win that like wasn't your gold?
I think I started at like 19. I'm at 36 now total.
After giving 30 to June. And he has a
Yeah,
platinum
after
piece.
giving 30 to June.
I cannot believe
and
I've been
this
standing for
special-
a whole day watching this game.
This special item was that not on the table?
It was
It was
not.
that.
As
was not?
he puts his left hand on the lapel of his jacket. He kind of like lifts it up. And he pushes it back, and he puts his hand on the inside of his coat, and he pulls out something that you guys haven't seen before. It looks very ornate.
Uh-oh.
Whoop, he's dead forever.
Now I'm back. I'm back.
It's very ornate. As he sets on the table. Who died now? Oh, that's all right. Never mind. He sets on the table. None of you know what it is, but I'll describe it so you all know. He sets a flintlock pistol onto the center of the table.
Is that something I don't know about?
What does it
What-
do? I'll like poke it.
Bang!
This is a very rare item, to my knowledge, the only one in this continent, for the most part.
Where'd you get it?
That's a
Is it
story for a
magic?
different day. It's not mad. Well, I guess you could maybe.
Maybe.
What's inside this thing?
It's yours now, but if you'd like, I can
have
demonstrate
detect
it.
magic readied.
Get
Oh,
out
wait,
of
it
your
is
music
ours?
box
I
trance.
thought it wasn't.
Huh?
I said, come out of your music box trance.
But he's
So wait, I have a
there's gonna
flintlock
be some
pistol now.
deep shit about it.
All right, hold on one second. I know this isn't normal to break immersion, but Swindler's Den just rated our stream with 7 viewers. And
Hey.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much appreciate that. Welcome to the 3rd chapter of our homebrew campaign, where we just got done with a lot of betting and money lost.
Wait, so let me get this
Money
straight.
won.
We've been on that boat for
Oh.
literally a day. We lost all of our money, became
we got it
slaves, and now
all.
we are being raided by 7 people.
Yeah,
Thank
perfect
you.
timing. The ship is now being raided. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. That's
So the
awesome. Thank you very
monster-
much, Swindler's Den. That means a lot. Really, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to hop back in, as
So-
he says, well, it is your property, but if you would like, I can demonstrate it.
Yes,
I think
please.
I would like to figure this out on my own. Thank
I
you.
would like to see.
I guarantee you, Captain Zio, the Lightbringer, winner of games, loser of freedom, that is a terrible idea to play with something you've literally never seen before.
Captain
All
Flynn.
right, we're not adding that last one on there, but winner of games, that works.
Captain Flynn, please proceed.
As he grabs it,
All right.
and he puts it directly out in the air. As you can see that there's like a lever on the back. As he pulls it back and he sticks it out in the air, and as he pulls the mechanism on it, just this large explosion happens. A puff of smoke comes out the front. Cthulhu, instantly you're out of your trance as this explosion happens, and you look over as the party is all standing around him. And there's this puff of smoke that's coming out the front of this strange item that you've never seen before. As everybody standing around Captain Flynn jumps a little bit.
So it
have, like,
makes a boom and a smoke.
I actually hit the deck.
No one sees me. Right? Like no one can like see my face blah 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 like clearly, right?
One more time.
Can anyone see my face like super clear, or is it like kind of
No one's paying attention to you at this point.
Yeah, no.
No one
Alright,
on the
well-
deck seems to pay too much mind to it. They like it startles them a little bit just because it's out of nowhere, but they aren't like looking at it like, damn.
My
Oh, let me see.
I slowly like when the explosion happens under my breath in orcish, I guess, or is it orc or orcish?
Orcish.
In orcish, I say in like after the music box just stops, I say I am so sorry, and then I go back to my music box over the
In,
side of
In Orc, can I yell back at Cthulhu?
You could
Yo.
not hear me by 100%. I'm not. I didn't scream it. It would be more of like a subtle, like holy shit.
Oh, okay. I
and
thought
then,
you were
like,
by us.
No, I'm up on top of the helm right now.
Yeah, so what is that demon machine you just did to us?
And he gives a small chuckle and he hands it to Zio.
I immediately grab it and try to follow the same actions as what he just did,
And as you
point it up
do,
in the air.
you pull it back and you stick it out in the air and nothing happens.
Wait, why
So-
does it's broken?
No,
Because you
it's-
don't know magic.
It's not. No, it's not broken. It's mechanical. It's not magical. And he pulls out and he gives you a small pouch that has 4 small iron beads in it. That is essentially the arrow of this item. And then he pulls out 4 small little pouches that have some dust in it. It looks like he hands those to you. That would be the explosion you saw. Now you put that in there first, and then the small bead secondly. And you point at your target and let her go.
So
Oh.
this is a weapon.
I just want to say that earlier when I made a reference to Bebe with a gun, and this is literally what's
You did
happening
this.
now.
You did this.
We literally have a baby with a gun now.
real.
Yes. Yes.
Man, I love being rich and famous and young and hot. Bang, 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 bang!
And he as he gives that out to you, he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Now I want to remind you that it's a rare item, and the ammunition for it is not something that anyone makes. In fact, that's the last that I had. So I urge you to only use it when you absolutely need it."
Okay. Where do I get more?
Did you not just the entire sentence
You
I
need
just
to
said?
listen.
Did you not hear it all?
I mean, clearly, money can take you places to get you more of this, no?
You would think so, but for an item that was lost and then found,
It is that magical, huh?
again, mechanical, but mystical.
Whatever you say.
Mystical.
Tomato, tomato.
Well, thank you for the fun game.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the neat thing.
And he looks, as he goes to walk away, he goes, "And, you know, it still wouldn't hurt if I got some of that wine."
Captain
We'll
Zio.
see how the trip home goes.
It's
I
Captain
definitely
Zio
think we should
light.
get some wine.
I'll take wine too.
It's going to take like a good bit of time for wine to get here, guys. Like, I don't have the wine on me.
Well, quit your wine.
You don't just carry it with you?
No. I can usually get it wherever I go, so
Yeah,
not a reason to carry it on me. I can just get large quantities shipped to wherever I want. So
I'm not going to lie. Everything I haven't been able to
What?
hear. And I have
All
not
you guys have been
able
hearing
to...
for the past 5 minutes is, after he shot it, it was, "Oh."
I want to go up to Zio really quick. Do you still have like the mechanical thing? Yeah, Zio.
Oh, okay.
yes, but is my shield still glowing from both sides?
Yes.
Awesome.
We need fan art of Captain Zio, bringer of light, winner of games, owner of Demon Toy.
But yeah, I just wanna go up to Zia really quick, and I'll kind of like put my hand on the weapon, and I'll like look Zio dead in the eye. I'm gonna tell him, "You cannot use this unless you have to."
I know.
Is it just kind of in both of your hands right now? Or is it on the barrel?
I think.
I mean, I'm holding it like
Yeah.
in one hand.
I'm gonna try to snatch it because I am intrigued, and that's what I do.
You
So I wanna-
you
bunch
said you try to
of-
snatch it?
Yeah, just the
Both
flintlock
you make
pistol.
dexterity checks. Just Dex mod.
I'm going downstairs to sleep.
Okay.
I'm going downstairs to sleep. I can't hear you or me.
I was about to say I'm literally back into my trance, thinking about my
6.
past and my family.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
You lose.
Would you roll, Zia?
6.
Oh yeah, he did. As you're just so caught up in it, you're looking at it, and you're just like, I have the power, and he just out of your hands.
Do I notice it or like?
Yeah,
do I
you notice it,
that
take it.
Uridin? Oh, he. Okay.
And
Where
I'm
did
like
it go?
tinkering with this thing, like trying to figure out how it works and what it is and how the hell it was made.
I still want to find out why he gave you marbles as well. So he gives you this loud boom noisemaker, and then he
These
gives
are
you
the arrows.
a bag of the dust, and then he gives you marbles.
Well, give it back,
Give it-
Uridin, and I will demonstrate.
I
Did he
want,
explain that it shoots stuff?
I want it after you. I want to play with it
He
after
mentioned
you.
the projectile.
You want to
Oh.
play with it? Okay, you can have it after me.
I want you to show me how to work it. I want to see.
Do you give it?
Yeah, I hand it over.
Okay. I will take it and then follow the instructions, putting the bag of dust and then the lead ball in, and then I will point it at Uridin and say, if you take it from me one more time, I will show you exactly how it works.
Created a monster.
I mean, I just that. Okay, fine.
Can I attempt to unload it now?
Unload it? You mean by like shoot it?
No,
Oh.
not shoot it, but like dump the ball out.
He didn't load it again.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He said he did.
All right, I didn't catch that, but I want you to make a intelligence check to not fuck it up when you load it.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
You gonna
please
break it.
Please break it. This would make
This is
Can
for the
I-
loading.
Intelligence.
Yes,
Can
So
I watch?
just adding my intelligence modifier?
correct.
Proficiency? No.
No,
14.
14. Okay, you managed to get in the right spots and everything.
Damn it.
It doesn't seem to break, but as you set it all in, you're like, wait, no, I don't know. And you kind of, it takes you a minute. You have to get something, you pull it out, but you do manage to unload it successfully.
Okay, and then I will hand it to Uridin.
Did I pay enough attention to learn how to load it?
You saw it. It might go good or bad, depending on how you try to load it.
Let me try.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna go to
handing over
Cthulhu.
the ammunition.
Who's going to be?
Yeah, I just want to break away as everybody fights over the toy.
No problem. So, Uridin, what are you doing with the gun?
I'm trying to get the ammo so I can play with it and shoot stuff.
Okay.
I only have 4. You can't shoot. We have, like June said, we have to save it for
Well-
when we need it.
Well, what if we get to a town and we make more?
Do you know what this black? Yeah, I'm assuming I would know it's a black powder
No.
substance. Not like black powder being like a thing, but like I know it's a black in color powder.
Yes.
Okay.
So we get-
Do you know what this black stuff is?
Black sand.
Coal dust.
Well, how about before we start
And-
using all of it, we try and hold on and then make some.
Question: Would I, as my background, know what this stuff is? Like, granted, I haven't. Character hasn't.
No, this is not a common thing, and even the slightest. So
I give
unfortunately,
the
none of you would know.
gun back to Zio. I am very
Anybody else?
disappointed and sad.
I dispel light too.
Okay. So as
That's
the
what you get.
as the excitement is dying down of the new one item, what do you do with it, Zio?
Throw it overboard.
Okay, Luke.
That was fun.
Yeah, okay, Luke Skywalker.
I will stash it in my bag or pouch.
Okay. Cthulhu, you hear some stuff's coming up, and it kind of knocks you from your trance a little bit as you look over and Sven's walking up.
I kind of like wipe my eye and then go look at him.
Do I notice you wipe your eye? Do you have orc boogies in your eyes?
Yes,
You-
that's just what it is.
Do I notice you wipe a tear, or do you try to hide that?
I try to hide it enough where it's just like I'm just kind of like scratching my eye.
You don't
kinda
pay any
like,
mind to it then, Sven.
Cthulhu, I don't mean
Yes?
I don't mean to disturb you being alone and not noticing the gigantic demon boom that all of everybody's fighting over. But are
Demon
you
boom,
okay?
just-
You've been
Yeah.
gone. We've been out on sea for literally a day, and you've been standing in the same spot listening to music on the music box for literally a day now.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine.
It's like waiting in Skyrim.
No, I just there's a lot of things happening, or a lot of things happened when I was younger, so I kind of just use this to calm myself in a way.
Do you want to say anything to make yourself feel better? Sometimes people like to share, but I won't poke at you with the memory. So it's just we are on a ship in the middle of the pond, so maybe as opposed to losing money and making our ears bleed, we could get to know each other. But if you need space, we'll be on here for maybe another day or so.
I like to be by myself in a way, to just
Nope.
let my mind breathe. It's okay. I don't take any offense to it at all. It's go ahead.
You and I have that in common. I used to have close companions, and I used to spend most of my time with my family. But after I couldn't, I prefer to be alone. So I'm trying to find out how to. Well, never mind. But I understand. So if you ever want to talk, I am good at listening to you, and I will be of help if I can.
Thank you.
But just know that sorrow is a meaningful feeling. So if you feel sad, just feel sad. If you feel anything, it's a good thing. It means you need to feel it. So don't run away from bad feelings just because they don't make you feel good.
Yeah, I understand that. It's different from what I've been told my whole life, but yeah, I agree. I will talk to you when the time is right to say.
I'll leave you to it then. I'm going to go find Alar, from the north, or the Bonebreaker, or whatever he's calling himself now.
Yeah, his name is new as me, or I never heard him say that either, but okay.
Alar the Northbreaker.
The Northbreaker, if that's what you want to call him, that's okay.
But yeah, Cthulhu, thanks for sharing what you wanted to have shared. So, yeah, you can go
Thank
back
you
to.
for sharing.
Yeah, I do what I can, and but I'm all done with convo. I feel weird now. I feel like I'm broken
Don't.
your space.
No, you're okay. It's my life has been kind of weird, I guess you could say. But we all I guess I've kind of read everyone a bit, and we all seem a little not right. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, we do live in a strange world, and
To say
But
the
I think-
least.
to say the least, I just think that it's important that we stay together and we have a common goal.
Our common
But-
goal right now is to save our own ass.
That is true. Asses need to be saved. Most importantly, all of ours.
Indeed.
But yeah, you get
If-
back to it, and now
Before
talk
you
to you.
go,
Yeah?
what is your god, if I may ask? I know we
Oh.
like briefly touched on it, but it's always confused me still.
yeah, it's a bit confusing to me too. It's not a god. It's not gods. they're not uh, they're not that level of in. I never know how to use words to describe complicated things, but we call them the ancestral spirits of the Undying Court, and they are a multitude of higher spirits that watch over the balance of the world, material or spiritual. And sometimes they communicate with the people that follow them, because we have spent a long time to learn how to listen to them, but it's not a god with a power. It's more of a what do you call when like a committee, something like that.
Committee of spirits.
Yeah, something like that. I'm still learning. I've only been clergy for only a few years, or at least to the point where they were to let me know what it's weird.
I've
I
only
never.
been following mine for 5, so it's okay.
You also have God?
Yes, I do.
I point at my neck, and there's the sun and the moon, tattooed right here on my neck. And
So you worship the sun and the moon?
his name is Fultus.
Full. Could I would I have heard anything about that name, DM?
Were you religious at all before you found the Undying Court?
Yeah, I was curious about other people's beliefs and stuff. I'm proficient
Then
in
make a
religion
history
too.
check. Or religion check,
Okay.
excuse me.
12.
No, it's more of... It is not a violent god, but it is a more violent god than yours. So it wouldn't probably have escaped your ears.
I don't know much. I know that it might be aggression, but you can tell me more.
Light and law. That
yeah,
is what it is.
It's amazing that there are so many different gods and beliefs and magics and people, and now there's this goddamn boomstick. So many things we've learned, but yet it's important to learn from each other and accept, as long as your beliefs do not damage me or our other asses. And it's also important that you don't lose your values being subservient to a god.
I will, trust me, I will never hurt one of you. You guys don't seem evil yet. Chaotic, other than maybe Zio a little bit.
I really wanted to turn my eyes all black and do the boom voice again, but
That won't. I know your true colors.
Yeah, I don't do that. Well, I'll put
Even
my
though I
hand
really
on
don't.
your plate armor. Splunk. Thank you for sharing with me your beliefs on the world, and I will definitely be picking your brain, and I'll kind of friendly. I'll be picking this brain to learn more, because maybe the one that I follow is not as cool as yours. I'm only joking.
Yeah, you protect your own ass from your own god. I believe that. Trust me.
I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you. I haven't really met you that well. I mean, to be honest, I barely talk to you. But
Yeah, try not to talk.
you seem yeah, indeed. You seem more level-headed than what I thought was a cheerish boy. I look at Zio again, pan back.
Yeah,
He's
a
changed.
bit of
He's changed a lot. If I may put that on there.
Been through a lot of character development in the last 72 hours.
He's been in a lot of character development for the last week, or how long have we been traveling? It would be 2 weeks, yeah. He's changed a lot. 1 kill, and now he's this. Before, he was literally like, what the fuck is going on? But, you know.
Now he's blazing sun, shooting marbles out of loud machines.
Why did you ever give him the title of captain? Why?
No, it was never serious. It was to encourage confidence, which I feel like might have been over scrubbed.
And now see what happened.
It's all in fun as long as he knows that there is no such thing as a captain of a group. Maybe a captain of a thing, but
I don't think.
but I'm
Well,
going to
we will
go-
see.
Yeah, I want to go find Alar or go down because I don't think we've slept in a day.
At this point, it'd be getting pretty late. I don't know if you want to.
I'm still staying for just another there's something I want to talk to my god about.
Okay. What I would say is over the journey, at this point through you guys' excursions, learning, speaking with each other, hanging out, you guys would be getting relatively close to your destination. There's still gonna be plenty of time on the ship. But what I would say is before the nightfall where you cannot see, one thing on the very distant horizon as the water grows very still. You're still moving at a pace, but it's very slowed. As Captain Flynn points out towards the front of the ship and to gaze your eyes upon the shoreline, you see a very long stretch of greenery and very beautiful shoreline from at least where you can see. And then dead center in front of the ship is goes from lush greenery to just a black spot on the horizon. And he goes, "Now that right there, that's our destination, the burned hole of a corpse. That is the Forgotten City." And that's where we're going to end this session for the week.
Yeah.
Looks inviting.
Oh man.
Let's drive to the island.
Let's go
Alar.
there.
Poor Alar. Alar was going to talk to me. We started gambling, and then he just got totally.
No,
cocked
you
out.
got next session. There'll be plenty of time before you actually get there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
But
fair.
no, that was a funny session, and the little nod to thank you, Swindler, thank you so much, and thanks for the raid. Thank you to Tommy Taco for the follow, Grizzlock, Swindler's Den, and Baka Zombie or Baka. We're going with
Dang.
Baka. Thank you for
Oh,
those follows.
shit.
That's awesome.
Thank all of you guys.
Thank you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And to keep that train rolling too, we're going to also raid someone at the end of this stream. So those of you that are here, make sure you stick around so we can raid somebody else and give them that love too, and just kind of keep the train rolling with people in the community. But no, that was a really fun stream, and I'm excited, or fun session. I'm really excited to see where it goes to the next chapter. For all of you that are new, again, this is a homebrew world that I have created. We normally had a in-person campaign, but because of obvious reasons, we couldn't do that one. So this campaign is technically a prequel by 300 years, set in a different section of the world. And all the music you're hearing on stream was also created by one of our very talented players up in the top right on stream. Jeremy, he created all the music. All of the artwork you're seeing for the characters on the overlay, that was created by top left. That's Jess. She is the artist. You can even see Zio there. She also created the logo. We have he's not here right now, but our awesome moderator and pretty much channel artist, Dink Bud Baker, created everything on it. But thank you for all the love, and it was awesome. We're trying. And after the stream, I'll be dropping you a follow too, so we can catch your guys' campaign.
Yeah.
But anybody else have any other
sure.
things they like to say or anything they want to do?
Other than that, this episode will go up on YouTube on Tuesday. And
That is, yep, I forgot that one. At the YouTube, that's in the link in the bottom of the stream. You can catch our YouTube there, and we update every Tuesday, like you said. If not, everyone here, I'm going to raid another channel, which looks like Dice, Knights, and Daggers. They are also, and I chose the channel because they're also on their 3rd episode.
Oh,
So
fun.
we are going to raid them,
Sure,
and
raid.
with
Raid
everybody.
I would like to raid.
Could we get a raid timer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
15
anybody-
seconds.
15?
Anybody
I'm more of a
that
10.
doesn't know, There's going to be something that's going to pop up in the top right, even for all of you that are sitting in here, players. And make sure you hit that join raid, so once it switches over, it's immediately going to go to their stream. Show them some love, and what should we say in the chat? I don't know. Here's
Captain Zeo.
No.
No.
Demon pistol.
Looking forward to reading the next chapter. How about that? Looking
Sounds
forward
good.
to reading the next chapter. Thank you to everybody.
Alrighty.
Much love. Catch us here next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Swindler, we'll be looking out for yours as well. You take care. Thank you so much to everybody. Make sure you join that raid that's going to pop up. Timer should be coming through. Make sure you guys join that. Peace out. Take care, everybody. Much love. Thank you very much.
Indeed.